Rightio, chat. We are live for the Cardy Medal 2025. I tried to dress well, but I fucked up the suit already. So, you know, that's a great start. But we are on. I was obviously waiting just a little bit, just to, get a bit of a build up. You know, this is one of the biggest streams on the channel. I spent freaking so long, especially on like the graphics, to make it look good and clean. So when we start the count, which we'll do in 10 minutes, so we'll start at maybe 7:45 or something like that. Yeah, like before we get into it, I guess let me know what you think. Like, how do we reckon this is going to go? Who's going to get up in the count? Remember, it's all your votes that you guys have the opportunity to submit throughout the year. So, yeah, thank you, Andy. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you guys want to as well, sub goals 56k. If throughout the stream, if you like it, you want to support it, chuck of the donation always helps, because let's just say a couple of all-nighters have gone into getting a few of these things done and a few graphics behind the scenes, making sure the counts are all ready, making sure you can see the count on the screen. So there'll be a live updating leaderboard after every vote, and you couldn't tell me how long that's taken to actually set up, but it actually looks pretty good. But I just want to quickly say, before we do get into anything, let me just share my screen right here. Hopefully on the screen the views and all that update, but we'll see. I have a Google Forms that I made, and if you guys want to be in it, this I reckon is a good chance to do it now. So what this is a chance to win like a $50 AFL store gift voucher. All it is, predict who you think's going to lead the medal count for every team throughout this night. And there'll be a live graphic at the end, so you'll know if you came close. So you got Adelaide, Brisbane, Carlton, Collingwood, Essendon. It's the pin link. So I want to get maybe 100 people. We got 56, get 100 responses, maybe more. We're going to stop it at 7:45. So after 7:45, we'll start. I don't have like that many awards. I have Mark of the Year, I have Goal of the Year, and I'll probably do, how every, if you've been on the live stream, on the community tabs, if you've seen every week I do most disappointing team. I forgot completely to make graphics for that, because I was going to maybe do that, but we can still go through maybe at the halfway mark, like 10 minutes, just go through whilst the count, have a little bit of break. And if you guys want to see what team got the overall most disappointing for 2025, because we can do that as well. But I want to give you guys just a bit of time. If you don't already, make sure to put in your players. Todd Goldstein, says Andy. So we do have Goal of the Year, we have Mark of the Year, and then we can reveal the winner of that at the end, and also that. But like, I know the Brownlow medal drags on and all that. This probably won't drag too long, but it should be pretty good. And we can have it, chats in between the voting counts and all that. So yeah, it's good to see 320 in the chat. Todd Goldstein, Andy with a donation there, so I do appreciate that. I might chuck a little if this is going to let me do this, just give me a sec. Turn off the lights. Is that Sammy telling me to turn off the lights? Surely a Naz wins. So who do you guys think will win, and who do you guys want to win? Let me know in the stream before we get in. Have you placed your predictions? Because I do know who wins, unfortunately, but I'm going to act like I don't know who wins, because that's the whole point of it. I'll put a little chat revenue thing if you guys want to like get a certain goal. I did put a bit of time into this, so chuck this maybe here. But yeah, we'll give it 5 minutes max, and then we'll start to get into the vote count. So we'll just wait till we get some more people in. See what the chat's saying. Smith or Dawson? It's going to be Dacos or Wanganeen Miller. Yeah, the thing about Wanganeen Miller though, and this is going to be the same case for the Brownlow medal, he starts slow. So obviously he gets a really big run later in the year, but he does start slow. If you guys as well haven't already, share the stream around. Maybe send it to a few mates or something like that, because we are close to 56k. That's the goal for the stream. Noah Anderson, Bailey Smith. Yeah. What software do you used to have? Like I can tell you at the end actually, but you guys don't know what it's going to look like. Bitter does know, yes. Actually, Bitter sent me a couple of things I got to say real quick, so I am going to do that. I guess whilst we do have a little bit of time, we'll start at 7:45. We'll bring it up. Massive underdog row. Remember, it's all like, it's not, I don't get the choice. I haven't chosen any of this shit at all. So I didn't choose the 3-2-1s for certain plays. You can make the argument I'm not happy with who wins. Theoretically, that could be the case because I didn't pick it. So if you guys get angry, don't get angry at me. Get angry at, I guess, yourselves. Next time, hopefully this does well and we can do this next year. And it can be, even bigger and better. It'd be great. More rewards as well. Maybe even doing it. Imagine doing it like a live event, like an event. That would be actually kind of cool. But hopefully by then I have a team behind me and I'm not making all the graphics pretty much. No, I'm not making all of them, but I'm making for the votes. That's what I did. Are these your? No. So these are the mainstream takeaway. Like there will be Mark of the Year and Goal of the Year, which should be pretty fun. But how long is the vote count going to take? Shouldn't take that. Like 2 hours to 2.5 at the max. I will stream the Brownlow. Kiddo beep. Thank you for the. I haven't really had much for dinner. I'm probably going to just have it afterwards, to be honest. Just too much in the moment getting this stuff ready. We'll bring up the document, see if this is going to actually load, because it's got all the votes. So I just got to ensure that I don't fucking spoil anything. Because imagine I spoiled the winner at the start of the stream. That would be a nightmare. But let's just see, shall we? Okay, there we go. It starts at that. So this is what the template is. We're going to start at 7:45, but you guys see it. After round 3 to 4, I think that's when the live leaderboard's going to tally. And after every 5 rounds, we'll have a bit of maybe a 5-10 minute break. We have a chat, maybe do the goal of the year, maybe do the mark of the year, whatever. But yeah, it's like the Brown, like, you got the, so these are your votes or not. I just said this. I've been saying this the whole stream. This is the viewers' opinion. So they had the opportunity to submit their votes in. So we definitely got more at the start of the year, and it sort of fell down a little bit, but that's okay. What are our predictions? Anyone remember much of opening round? I mean, opening round sort of shit. We are going to wait to the 7:45 to start this, but I hope you guys enjoy the stream when we get into it. Rolls Mac with a $5 donation. Yeah, I rarely wear suits, and I'm like, I couldn't even tie a tie, but yeah, thank you for the $5, Rolls. Appreciate that, mate. Who have you got? Heaney, yeah. I can't reveal much. The graphics have 2016, 2020. Yeah, and I've got it as well. If there's a player that's leading, they're gold. I can't remember if I did that I don't think for opening round because it doesn't matter. But after round 1, or maybe round 2, the leader of the vote is going to be gold on the graphic. Did you just finish up your interview with Melbourne and coach them? I need to get to do that soon. But with the votes as well, I've seen a few other channels do like Brownlow night streams, but a lot of the time they don't have the votes revealed, so you can't really build tension. I've built tension. There's probably going to be 1 or 2 mistakes because let me just tell you this. There's 900, because I'm doing this on a PowerPoint presentation. There are 900 slides just about. So considering I didn't realize how long it was going to take, I was sort of rushing it late in the night, morning. That's sort of why I didn't do my tipping video for final. So just put an F in chat if you want to see tipping for tomorrow and all that. But when it gets 7:45, we'll start Sydney v Hawthorn. We've got the scores there. And then the table, we'll wait a little bit longer. But hopefully, you guys are keen. 7:44. I did say 7:44. Remember, 7:45, last chance to submit your predictions in the pinned comment. I might give it to 7:50 if you guys want to cheat the first round. Predict who you think will be the leading vote getter for every team, and the closest to the pin will win a $50 AFL. If you want, Skipper. If you want, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to go through that like round by round or just reveal it straight away. All right, 7:45. Nice work, Carmen. Cheers, Smitster, for the donation. We're going to start Sydney Hawthorn opening round. Let's get into it. C. Warner, 1 vote. K. Amon, 2 votes. W. Day, 3 votes. I think Will Day, at this stage in the season, everyone thought that he was just like going to be a favourite for the Brownlow, but that didn't end up happening. So yeah, a couple people guessed Will Day. Have you tried out Geometry Dash before? Oh, I've played it, but don't care about Geometry Dash that much. Next game, we have GWS Collingwood. I was there for this game, and bloody GWS smashed them. So I can't remember if the Pies get votes here. I wouldn't have thought so. So for those that wanting Dacos to do well, we'll see. 1 vote, Jay Kelly. S. Taylor, 2 votes. 3 votes, F. Callahan. If I have the votes on my phone, perhaps I could even do it like when it gets close, I can reveal before, you know how the Brownlow to build up suspense, they go like N. Nat Nui when it's like someone else. I could do that, but it's not that big of a deal. I think I've done enough. So that's opening round. We'll head to round 1. We'll get into it. So this is the first round. And look away, Carlton fans, because you guys were absolutely shit in this game. Richmond v Carlton. S. Lawler in his first game, 1 vote. T. Nankervis, 2 votes. J. Ross, 3 votes. Hawthorn Essendon. K. Amon, 3 votes. D. Moore. Oh, wait, no, that's his total. Hopefully I don't do that for the rest of the stream. But on the black there, see how so that adds up the total. So that also is a nice little touch for you guys that are following along, wanting to know if the, yeah, I'll say the team as well. But I don't know the team before I reveal it. That's the only thing. But I can say the team. But yeah, maybe I'll get the notes up in the after round 5, so it's a little bit more professional, but whatever. But yeah, next player, 3 votes, Essendon, J. Caldwell. So in a losing side. Geelong v Freo. Geelong, J. Cameron, 1 vote. Geelong, S. De Koning, 2 votes. Geelong, B. Smith, 3 votes. He had a big game in his new colours. He's a favourite. He's one of the favourites. Anyone with him has a prediction? Next game, we have Brisbane, Sydney. Brisbane, Z. Bailey, 1 vote. Brisbane, D. Zorko, 2 votes. Brisbane, J. Dunkley, 3 votes. Collingwood v Port Adelaide. Freaking hell. Port crap. Collingwood, T. Membry, 1 vote. Collingwood, D. McStay, 2 votes. Collingwood, D. Houston, 3 votes. Western Bulldogs v North Melbourne. North Melbourne, T. Cherry, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, E. Richards, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, B. Dale, 3 votes. He was in the All-Australian team this year, Bailey Dale. Adelaide v St Kilda. This is a game I want to forget. Adelaide, I. Rankin, 1 vote. Adelaide, J. Saligo, 2 votes. Adelaide, J. Dawson, 3 votes. Now remember, I will have a leaderboard in the next 3 or so rounds, and trust me, it updates every single vote. It's going to look cool. Let's get to the next game. Melbourne GWS. So GWS won this by 3 points. Melbourne, M. Gawn, 1 vote. GWS, T. Green. Or Tom. Does Gil McLaughlin say Tom? Or would you just say T? I don't know. Tom Green, we'll go. And speak of the Greens. GWS, Toby Green, 3 votes. Can suspended players win? Yeah, I don't. You can bloody knock a bloke out. I don't really care. As long as you say you've got the most votes at the end of it. Final round of round 1, final game. West Coast, Gold Coast. This is the Gold Coast biggest win at the stage. And it's all Gold Coast players, I would have thought. Gold Coast, M. Rao, 1 vote. Gold Coast, B. King, 2 votes. And Gold Coast, N. Anderson with the 3. He's one of those players that also is up there in the favouritism. Let me know in the chat if you have him as a pick for the win. Let's move on to round 2 now. We'll probably have our first break at round 5. Maybe do Mark of the Year soon as well. I don't know. We'll do a break and we'll show you like the top 10 and all that at the end of the round. So round 2. I think this is where we start having the if you're leading at that stage, you're gold as a graphic. Carlton v Hawthorn. Carlton, P. Cripps, 1 vote. Carlton, G. Hewitt, 2 votes. Hawthorn, Jai Newcomb, 3 votes. Western Bulldogs v Collingwood. Western Bulldogs, T. Liberatore, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, S. Darcy, 2 votes. Collingwood and Dacos, 3 votes. So Collingwood, Dacos, he's another player. A lot of people probably think he's up with a chance. Murphy Reid. Next game is Essendon v Adelaide. This was a high-scoring affair, the highest-scoring game of the season. Adelaide B. Keys, 1 vote. There we go. So as you can see right there, it's gold. Now I do have, so this is what the, I'll just go down and find it. This is what the, where actually do I have it? I have it somewhere. Is it here? No. There we go. So that's what the leaderboard looks like. But it's a little bit different the first few rounds, so we're not going to worry too much about the leaderboard. It changes too freaking awesome. But Dawson in the lead. Let's just leave it there. I want to see when it stops, because it does stop at a certain stage. But let's just keep going. And 3 votes, Z Merritt. Port Adelaide v Richmond. Port Adelaide M Georgiades, 1 vote. Port Adelaide J Burgoyne, 2 votes. Port Adelaide C Rosie, 3 votes. St Kilda v Geelong. Oh, what a game this was. St Kilda M Wood, 1 vote. St Kilda R Marshall, 2 votes. St Kilda J McRae, 3 votes. Yeah, looks like it's gonna, just for now, but we'll get it. We'll obviously have this for the entire, like, last 21 rounds, I think. Brisbane v West Coast. Oops. West Coast. T. Kelly, 1 vote. They're a rare West Coast vote. You wouldn't think Tim Kelly's the sort of guy to get votes. Brisbane D. Zorko, 2 votes. Brisbane L. Neal, 3 votes. How did McRae not score in round 1? Well, it's not just based on fantasy points, but again, I don't know. I can't remember what his stats were, but if you're just basing on that, then you can't really base it on that. North Melbourne v Melbourne. North Melbourne C. Daniel, 1 vote. North Melbourne T. Power, 2 votes. Melbourne C. Oliver, 3 votes in a losing side. Fremantle v Sydney. Fremantle L. Jackson, 1 vote. Fremantle J. Tracy, 2 votes. Sydney C. Warner, 3 votes. So we do have a little leaderboard actually for the end of round 2. I'm just going to rename it so I actually know when I hide it. So at the moment we have Dawson, Zorko, and then just a heap with 3s really. Not much action going on early on. Move to the next round, round 3. Get rid of the leaderboard then. Round 3. Essendon v Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide, O Wines, 1 vote. Chatters on 4. Oh, you know what? If that's the case, it wouldn't even matter anyways. He's not going to feature back on the list. Essendon Zay Dersma, 2 votes. I think I said on the side that he was on 4, but when that was just a graphical mistake, not a Excel spreadsheet mistake. So it's not really that big of a worry. And Essendon Zay Merritt, 3 votes. So Merritt is currently in the lead after round 3. Octa, it's not even going to matter. Obviously, he's not going to win the whole thing. Carlton v Western Bulldogs. Carlton, T. DeConing, 1 vote. Port Adelaide. Western Bulldogs, S. Davidson, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, T. Liberatore, 3 votes. Now, he should also be on 4, but it's a graphic error. See how it says Lib is on 4 there? And obviously, Water should be on 4 as well. But that's just like the first few rounds, but it fixes itself, so that's fine. You know, first time doing this, I might make a couple of mistakes here and there. Love the stream, well done. Thank you, mate. All right, next game, we've got Melbourne v Gold Coast. Gold Coast T. Miller, 1 vote. Gold Coast N. Anderson, 2 votes. And, fuck, what have I done here? Who's got the 3? Let me read the 3 votes out on the stream, because I put it in. 3 votes. There's just no graphic for it. 3 votes goes to M. Rao. M. Rao gets the 3 there. So... yeah, M. Rao. M. Rao gets a 3. St Kilda v Richmond. St Kilda R. Marshall, 1 vote. St Kilda J. McRae, 2 votes. St Kilda J. Sinclair, 3 votes. Brisbane v Geelong. Brisbane D. Zorko, 1 vote. Brisbane H. McCluggage, 2 votes. Brisbane W. Ashcroft, 3 votes. Hawthorn v GWS. Hawthorn N. Watson, 1 vote. Hawthorn W. Day, 2 votes. GWS L. Whitfield, 3 votes. Adelaide North Melbourne. Adelaide J. Sligo, 3 votes. Adelaide, I keep reading the bloody site. Adelaide J. Sligo, 1 vote. North Melbourne J. Simpkin, 2 votes. And Adelaide I. Rankin, 3 votes. We might have the leaderboard could actually stay now. It's just not what it... The graphics look a little different from round 3 to round 4. Look to the red easier. Yeah, no, I just sometimes read out the black. You just read the graphic. All right, next game, we've got West Coast v Freo. Fremantle, L. Jackson, 1 vote. Fremantle, A. Brayshaw, 2 votes. Fremantle, C. Sarong, 3 votes. Finally, Freo starting to poll a little bit here. All right, round 4. Now, again, I may have made a mistake on the graphic. As I said before, there might be 5 or 6 that I've made. Just let me know. But it should be fine. Where is Cripps? He wouldn't be in the leaderboard, I wouldn't have thought. But regardless, after round 4, it doesn't really matter. So next game, we got Collingwood v Carlton. Who gets votes here? I can't remember who played well. I think Lockie Schultz made poll, I'm assuming. Collingwood J. Dacos, 1 vote. Carlton S. Walsh, 2 votes. And yeah, Collingwood Lockie Schultz, 3 votes. Yeah, he did win. I think he won the Collingwood Carlton medal, if that's even a thing. It might not be. Geelong v Melbourne. Geelong B. Smith, 1 vote. Geelong Z. Guthrie, 2 votes. Geelong P. Dangerfield, 3 votes. Gold Coast v Adelaide. Gold Coast, D. Rioli, 1 vote. Adelaide, J. Dawson, 2 votes. Adelaide, R. Thilthorpe, 3 votes. He was huge, Thilthorpe, in that game. Richmond v Brisbane. Brisbane, W. Ashcroft, 1 vote. Brisbane, H. McCluggage, 2 votes. Brisbane, L. Neil, 3 votes. So it should start updating a little bit. So Neil's jumped to 6 now. Because he's in the lead currently, and on the scoreboard here, it will actually become gold very soon. This is sick. Well, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you're enjoying. Next game, we have North Melbourne v Sydney. It was a 65-point win to the Swans in this game. W. Haywood, 1 vote for Sydney. North Melbourne, H. Sheasel, 2 votes. Sydney, R. Bice gets the 3. Fucking Riley Bice. GWS v West Coast. Who gets the 3 here? GWS, L. Whitfield, 1 vote. GWS, T. Green, Tom Green, 2 votes. GWS, J. Hogan, 3 votes. Port Adelaide v St Kilda. Port Adelaide, Z. Butters, 1 vote. St Kilda, J. Sinclair, 2 votes. He cracks into the top 6. Port Adelaide, J. Horn Francis, 3 votes. So last game of round 4, then we move to round 5, and we'll probably maybe do the mark of the year if you guys want. Or we could wait a little bit longer for mark of the year and just go through the overall leaderboard. Whatever works. Round 4, Fremantle v Western Bulldogs. Fremantle, A. Brayshaw, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, S. Darcy, 2 votes. Fremantle, C. Sarong, 3 votes. So now we head to round 5. So currently, Jordan Dawson leads it by 1 vote, but Caleb Sarong, Lockie Neal, Zach Merritt, Sinclair, and Zorko. Warner is on 5, I think, or someone said 4 or 5. I think Octa said that. He is in this. I've got an Excel spreadsheet, but just on the graphics, I may have made one a numerical error. It happens. I'll try, obviously, not do that as often when I do this again, but Dacos, we'll find out. I mean, I can check, but I don't really know if I want to be bothered checking, so let's just move on to round 5. Round 5, we got Gatherand here. Now, I know for a fact if you see the Collingwood-Sydney game, it has the Adelaide v Geelong scores, I'm pretty sure, but yeah. Or no, it says Adelaide-Geelong when it's supposed to say Collingwood-Sydney, just as a heads up, if anyone wonders. So Adelaide v Geelong. G'day, Lenny. Geelong, M. Holmes, 1 vote. Geelong, P. Dangerfield, 2 votes. Geelong, B. Smith, 3 votes. So Bailey Smith and Jordan Dawson both tying in the lead. The Cats did have a big game there. It says Adelaide, Geelong. This is Collingwood-Sydney, so, someone corked me with a screw there. Collingwood v Sydney. Collingwood S. Sidebottom, 1 vote. Collingwood and Long, 2 votes. Collingwood and Dacos, 3 votes. There you go. Dacos is in the leaderboard. North Melbourne v Gold Coast. Gold Coast, Jane Noble, 1 vote. Gold Coast, B King, 2 votes. Gold Coast, M Rao, 3 votes. So Rao and Smith and Dawson, we got a triple leader here at the moment. Next up, we have Carlton West Coast. Carlton, P Cripps, 1 vote. Carlton, G Hewitt, 2 votes. Carlton, S Walsh, 3 votes. Western Bulldogs v Brisbane. Brisbane, W Ashcroft, 1 vote. Brisbane, E Hipwood, 2 votes. Brisbane, H McCluggage, 3 votes. So McCluggage, Rao, Smith and Dawson all in the equal lead in gather round. Interesting. Melbourne v Essendon. Essendon, J Menzies, 1 vote. Essendon, N Martin, 2 votes. Essendon, Z Merritt, 3 votes. So Merritt is now in the lead. This is a close race early on. We head to round 5, Richmond v Freo. Fremantle, C Sarong, 1 vote. Fremantle, A Brayshaw, 2 votes. Fremantle, J Tracy, 3 votes. He did have a good start to the year, Josh Tracy. Why does Merritt have a Brisbane logo? Oh, probably a mistake. Does picked up on it. Yeah, there you go. St Kilda v GWS. GWS, T Tom Green, 1 vote. GWS, L Ash, 2 votes. GWS, Toby Green, 3 votes. Port Adelaide v Hawthorn. Hawthorn, J Gunston, 1 vote. Port Adelaide, Zay Butters, 2 votes. Port Adelaide, C Rosie, 3 votes. So that is the leaderboard at the conclusion of round 5. Let's take a look to see what the full leaderboard is after round 5. I should have it up here. Let me just bring it up so we can have a look. I reckon round 10, maybe we'll do mark of the year round 10. Up to you guys. We can do it now, but I was thinking maybe go do a few more votes. We'll just have a little 2 or 3 minute break. So there's the vote tally after the conclusion of round 5. So we have Zach Merritt leading it with 9 votes. When it says 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, I kind of forget about that because they're on similar votes. But Jordan Dawson, Bailey Smith, Matt Rao, Hugh McCluggage, Caleb Sarong, Lockie Neal, Nick Dacos, Toby Green, and Connor Rosie. So that's what we're looking at the moment. Yes or no for mark of the year or goal of the year? Do we wait or do we do it now? Because we can do it now. I've got it already. Let's just do mark of the year after round 5, and we'll do goal of the year after round 15. Let's just bring up mark of the year. So how this is gonna work? This is fan voted. So you have the opportunity to pick 4 marks of the year. And then at the end of what I show you on the screen, afterwards I'm going to put up I think just a Google form might work. This is fucking awesome. Thank you, Ben. Cheers for the donation. And then you guys can have the option to vote. So let's do the mark of the years. Here are your nominations for mark of the year. Ben King, round 1, Gold Coast.
King's got the seeds! Ben King taking to the sky!
Liam Ryan, round 20, West Coast.
One ball goes in, Liam Ryan! Leaping nice and high.
Nasai Wangan Millera, round 20, St Kilda.
Wood, inside 50, Wangan Millera! What a mark! Name your price!
Ben King, round 22, Gold Coast.
Inside 50, King! Oh, Ben King! One of the marks of the year! I thought he'd gone too early!
All right, so what we're going to do, you had a look there. Where's Nick Dacos, the first contested mark? So I will put up a live Google Forms. So just give me a second. I'm just going to, for now, close the other PowerPoint. Yeah, close that for now. But I do actually want to have the live... I want to have the leaderboard on the screen. So we're just going to add a leaderboard right now so you can see what the leaderboard is whilst we're doing this. So this is all going to be live. So I've got someone working... Is the person I have working behind the scenes, has he got like a graphic sort of prepared for whoever wins here? Let me know on the chat because, I mean, we technically don't need it straight away, but we wouldn't mind something. Even if you want to cook up like a little text graphic behind the scenes. All right, he has something's prepared no matter who wins here. So that's just the leaderboard for now. We just wanted so you guys can see. I just had to screen grab it. So that's the leaderboard after round 5. Thank you, Coast Club. Appreciate it a lot. But yeah, let's do that right now then. We'll go and bring up we've got a... let's screen share this. All right, so who wins the Cardman 22 Mark of the Year? I'm going to publish and I'm going to send it out and then you guys are going to vote. And by the time the music finishes, that's when the voting closes. So I'm going to add a bit of music in a second. And then when that ends, then that is going to be the Cardman 22 Mark of the Year. That's goal of the year. All right. My bad. This is... Wait. Oh, okay. Hold up. Okay, fuck. That's Mark. I'll tell you what happened. I duplicated it. Oh, damn. I've sort of spoiled it. I duplicated it and it just removed the Mark of the Year one. So just never duplicate it when you do it on Google Forms. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll get the new one up. It's because I duplicated it. It's not really like I did that on purpose at all. If you duplicate it on Google Forms, that sometimes happens. Fuck. All right, whilst I'm doing that, we're going to actually, for the newcomers in, we're going to replay that. And you guys can have a read or a watch to see who you think's the Mark of the Year, because I have to make a new one because it'll only take a minute, but I completely forgot that duplicating it actually gets rid of it. Here are your nominations for Mark of the Year. Ben King, round 1, Gold Coast.
King's got the seeds! Ben King taking to the sky!
Liam Ryan, round 20, West Coast.
Ball goes in, Liam Ryan! Leaping nice and high.
Nasai Wangan Millera, round 20, St Kilda.
Wood, inside 50, Wangan Millera! What a mark! Name your price!
Ben King, round 22, Gold Coast.
Inside 50, King! Oh, Ben King! One of the marks of the year! I thought he'd gone too early!
All right, so I should have had this ready, but I did have it ready. Here's the new one. I'm going to put it in the link, and then we're going to add music when that music times out. That's the Mark of the Year one. So vote. Just let me know if I've made a mistake, because who knows with YouTube and all that. You can never get things right. But yeah, that's what we'll do. And also, when this music stops, that's when we'll oh shit, we got heaps of everyone respond, and we'll bring up a live vote tally in just a second. We'll get a graph up, a live graph. So of those 4 marks, which one I could probably, you know what? Here are your nominations for Mark of the Year. Do you know what I could probably do? I could probably bring up this little screen grab so you can like sort of see it on the screen, right next to the window capture for make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so forget that Ben King. That shouldn't say Ben King v West Coast. That's just So blue. Can we make this a bit bigger? We can make it a bit bigger. All right. What do people think is the better mark? If you haven't voted, the vote to predict, but voting for the Mark of the Year is pinned. We have 407 people responding. And when the music stops, which... Oh, I paused it. Let's just... All right, we'll give it a minute. We got a minute. How to vote in the Google Forms. In the Google Forms. Why do you say it shouldn't say King against West Coast? It legit was. No. You know how at the top it says Ben King round 1 v West Coast? It shouldn't say that. That's what I mean. I'll just show you the mark. So the one on the left is Ben King v West Coast. The one on the bottom left is the Naz one. Now, I may not have picked the right ones, but that's just what I got. Most of the options were those marks, so you can never win. You're voting more than once? Well, there you go. Fuck, I didn't even realize you could do that. I'll have to change it for the next one. All right, we got 15 seconds, and then I'm going to stop it. I'll limit it to 1 response from now on. All right, let's stop the... how do we do this? Now, I've got to remember how to actually stop responses from coming through. I think you got to do it in settings. I always forget this. When I'm on my IRL live stream, I always forget how to stop responses. Because otherwise, they're just going to keep going through. It looks like... All right, let's just go and have a look. It looks like, at the moment, the yellow one's in the lead. So, look. Looks like Nasai Wanganeen Miller versus Melbourne is the mark of the year. I'm happy with that. That's what has the most votes at the moment. And we're going to keep it as it is. So, well done, Nasai Wanganeen Miller. Congratulations on that. And... what we'll do, hopefully we get something coming through and we'll chuck it up on the screen. If you're pissed off, well, that's just life. King robbed. Well, in the next one, maybe we won't do limits. So we'll limit it to 1 per response, but good stuff, Naz. Worthy winner, as Scoops would say. Chat bias. All right, let's see if we have a... Oh, I've got a message. In the meantime, we could probably get into round 6. It was a clutch mark. Not in terms of the moments, it was certainly like the best moment though, when you think about it. Like in terms of the moments. And like, it's a voting thing. So like... more people wanted that to be the winner. So why is the whole chat just saying robbed and all that when no one's saying, yeah, Naz won, you know, get up and about. In the meantime, let's just move on and we'll go from round 6 to round 10, I reckon, in the Cardy medal. Hopefully we get something through soon and then we can put it up on the screen. But Cardy, who do you think will win the Brownlow in real life? Nick Nat Nui. All right, let's move through to... what do we have? What round are we up to? Round 6. Get rid of the music. It was rigged by chat. Well, I made a couple of mistakes on my behalf because not only did I put the wrong form in, so now sort of you guys know who the options are for the goalie is, but also I made it so you can submit as much as you want, and I don't really want that. So we're at round 6. So round 6. Oh, it's been sent. All right. We need to congratulate Naz here in his proper ways we can. So I just want to put a little graphic and we'll leave it there for the next... we'll leave it there for a little bit. Congratulations to Nasai Wanganeen Miller for winning the 2025 Cardy Goal of the Year. Congratulations to Naz. Well done. Wait, no. Has he fucked it up? He has fucked it up. It says goal of the year. Oh, you are so crap. Oh my God. That is disgraceful. No shit. You. Oh my God. Send the real one in then. Quickly. We don't want to keep everyone else waiting. That's disrespectful to the brand. And that's just a full stop disrespect. Sack the bloke. He's getting a pay cut for that, I reckon. What do I reckon? Is that worthy of a pay cut? That's on a picture of Liam Ryan. Well, good thing is this isn't the real Brownlow or anything like that, so you don't have to worry. Yeah, Lenny, you are. And if there are any other creators watching this stream that I did message and haven't yet responded to my about the finals prediction, it'd be great if you could do that because it's getting close to like the first week of finals and I've only got like 66 out of 100. So it'd be really good if you are watching or you know someone that might help out in that regard. Let me know. Just send me a message. Yeah, it would be quite beneficial. Just lay a little bit less heat off me. But anyway, here we go. Mark of the year. All right, let's get into round 6 now. So round 6, we have Merritt leading it with 9 votes. Brisbane v Collingwood. Collingwood S. Sidebottom 1 vote. Collingwood J. Dacos 2 votes. Collingwood N. Dacos 3 votes. And Dacos has just hit the lead. Which games are you going to, Cardy? I'll answer that later. Next game, you got North Melbourne v Carlton. Carlton C. Curnow 1 vote. Carlton A. Chera 2 votes. Carlton G. Hewitt 3 votes. Hewitt moves into the top 3. Scores were the other way around. Oh, well. Not that big of a deal. Won't affect the final count. West Coast v Essendon. Essendon Z. Merritt 1 vote. Essendon N. Martin 2 votes. Essendon P. Wright 3 votes. So Merritt regains a lead here. And that's AL is got a good point there. A very good point. Melbourne v Freo. Fremantle A. Brayshaw 1 vote. Melbourne M. Gawn 2 votes. Melbourne K. Pickett 3 votes. Adelaide v GWS. GWS Tom Green 1 vote. Adelaide J. Dawson 2 votes. GWS L. Whitfield 3 votes. Richmond v Gold Coast. This is the infamous Frankston stream game. Gold Coast T. Miller 1 vote. Richmond N. Vloston 2 votes. Richmond T. Taranto 3 votes. Let's just put nothing to do with 6-7 in the chat, please. Round 6, Sydney v Port Adelaide. Sydney M. Roberts 1 vote. Port Adelaide C. Rosé 2 votes, and he moves into the top 4. Port Adelaide Z. Butters 3 votes. Make the NAS graphic smaller. Yeah, I won't leave it there for the whole stream. I'll just leave it there for a little bit. You got the people putting that in the chat for just to say, I don't want anyone putting that in the chat. It just ruins the stream. So if you guys really want to piss me off on a night of nights, you guys probably should stop with the 6-7. Please. Talk about the actual games and all that. Western Bulldogs v St Kilda. Western Bulldogs T. Liberatore 1 vote. Western Bulldogs R. Sanders 2 votes. Western Bulldogs M. Bontempelli 3 votes. So Bontempelli in his return game with the 3 votes. Yeah, we don't want to be timing people out here. Just watch the stream normally. You guys are acting like 10-year-olds, honestly. Pretty embarrassing. I think this is the final game of the round. This is Geelong v Melbourne. So Geelong S. Manor 1 vote. Geelong Hawthorn J. Newcomb 2 votes. And Geelong B. Smith 3 votes. So at the conclusion of round 6, we have a 2-way tie between Zach Merritt and Bailey Smith, Jordan Dawson, Nick Dacos, Connor Rosie, and Lockie Whitfield. Who started this shit with a 6-7? It's one of the worst, like, I don't know if you call memes or jokes or whatever it's supposed to be. Yeah, just stop with that, please. Next up, it's all 10-year-old stuff, surely. Surely the people that want to watch this, that have a bit more maturity in the stream, don't want to read this crap in the chat, because I feel bad for them, honestly. Like, I want to be able to read proper comments like Brody Henderson saying, love this night, Cardy Kinsu takes on the medal. Like, thank you. Please clutch up and win, says Gus Footy. If anyone's got a proper message, feel free to send it through, but I don't want to see any of that, please. Melbourne v Richmond. Melbourne C Petrarca 1 vote. Melbourne C Salem 2 votes. Melbourne M Gorn 3 votes. Collingwood v Essendon. Collingwood J Dacos 1 vote. Collingwood N Dacos 2 votes. Collingwood S Sidebottom 3 votes. So Dacos now overtakes Zach Merritt. Chatty's going to... Yeah, it's fast. Yeah, but I think I've got slow mode enabled. I can probably turn off or turn... If you want me to turn on slow mode, if I haven't turned it on already, I can do that. Customization. It is on. Slow mode's on. It doesn't feel that way. We've just got a lot of people watching. So please just don't spam for the sake of it. It ruins it for other people. If you've got something to say it. If not, don't say it. Cheers. Yeah, exactly. Andy Munro. All right, next up, we have round 7, Fremantle, Adelaide. Adelaide J Dawson 1 vote. Fremantle C Sarong 2 votes. Fremantle A Brayshaw 3 votes. Yeah, but Octa, mate, Sydney started slow, but so did Heaney. He sort of picked up throughout the year. Nasai Wayne Miller hasn't voted yet, by the way, for those wondering. Next up, St Kilda, Brisbane. Brisbane D Zorko 1 vote. Brisbane Z Bailey 2 votes. Brisbane L Neil 3 votes. So Neil started all right this year. He won't continue. Everyone's going to get the AFL voucher if you don't. No, because after 7:50, I will disable the votes so I can see who's submitted at certain times. Thomas with a $2 donation, I reckon Geelong is winning the flag. If you agree with that, you can like the message. Next up, Port Adelaide v North Melbourne. North Melbourne H Sheezer 1 vote. Port Adelaide C Rosie 2 votes. Port Adelaide Z Butters 3 votes. So Butters and Rosie may not have had the most influential season, but they certainly players that know how to poll. And they're certainly polling early on in this stream. Next game, we have GWS v the Western Bulldogs. The Western Bulldogs T English 1 vote. Western Bulldogs M Kennedy 2 votes. Western Bulldogs J Harms 3 votes. So all of these are fresh vote getters. Gold Coast v Sydney. Gold Coast J Noble 1 vote. Sydney C Warner 2 votes. Gold Coast B Humphrey 3 votes. Carlton v Geelong. Carlton G Hewitt 1 vote. Carlton P Cripps 2 votes. Geelong B Smith 3 votes. So Smith certainly had a huge start to the year, and in terms of the fans, they all loved him in terms of voting him. He's in the lead at the moment. Gus Footy says, I'll donate $50 if a Brisbane player wins. And Bailey Smith at the moment is leading the vote gatherers. We have one more game to go. This game was really annoying because just quick little story. I was at the Carlton Geelong game. This is, the week where I got sub-botted? It was that week. I was already in a really shitty mood. And the mood carried on even worse when I thought I had a ticket to the Hawthorn West Coast game. I went there in the second half. Couldn't get a ticket. But I still had to wait for a bloke that was there to pick something up. So I just sat outside Hawthorn West Coast for an hour. And man, I was pissed. So, for the votes though. Hawthorn M Chol 1 vote. Hawthorn J Battle 2 votes. Hawthorn L Meek 3 votes. So fresh vote getters right here. Max says this is an amazing stream, mate. Not going to lie. Thank you. At the end of round 7, let's have a 1 or 2 minute, maybe a little break, ad break, sort of. We won't have an ad break, but we'll just see what the chat's saying for a little bit, for like a minute or two. Then we'll get back into it. Sports bet up. What are the sports bet odds? Well, how about we do an ad break after round 9? That could be kind of funny. Watch the Telstra ad. I can make that the ad break. Mate, the Telstra ad, I still have to recreate the Telstra ad. I bought a wig on a members live the other day, so I've got to... Yeah, so now what I have to do is at some stage of the next couple of weeks, I have to actually get into recreating it. But let me know as well for future years. When I just before we get into round 8, let me know in the chat if you guys want to see this next year, because I think the first time I do it, cheers Thomas for the $2 and the kind words. The next time I do it, I'll be more advanced. I'll sort of know what I'm doing a little bit more, and I'll add more categories and more vote and more awards and all that to make it, a bit more interactive, I guess. But let's get into round 8 now. We'll do an ad break after round 8 if you want. Just maybe a water break or something like that. Essendon v North Melbourne, Thursday night footy. North Melbourne, T. Cherry 1 vote. North Melbourne, H. Sheasel 2 votes. Essendon, Zay Merritt 3 votes. 3 votes. An Essendon player is leading the Cardy medal after as of round 8. It's still going, so it may not be leading it for long. St Kilda v Freo. St Kilda, N. Wanganeen Millera gets his first solitary vote at round 8. That is a bit... did that say Zay Merritt? What? I never said Zay Merritt. Like Zed. Like Zay. That's how they say Zay in American. I meant to say Zed, but Zay is how they say it in America, and I just said it at the time. Who cares? St Kilda, C. Sharman 2 votes. St Kilda, J. McRae 3 votes. Western Bulldogs v Port Adelaide. We got to donate. We'll read that. Luke says, doing great. Cardy, my son Harry watched you. Can you please get a shout out? Thank you, Luke Hall. Yeah, I will definitely. If you're going to put in a donation, I'll certainly read it. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, and let me know what your prediction is, who you think is going to win the whole thing. Next game, Bulldogs, Port Adelaide. Western Bulldogs, E. Richards 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, M. Bontempelli 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, T. English 3 votes. Adelaide v Carlton. Carlton, P. Cripps 1 vote. Adelaide, I. Rankin 2 votes. Adelaide, J. Dawson 3 votes. So Dawson, Merritt, Smith, all on 13 votes. Is it polling a bit higher than it should be at this rate? Are these votes a little bit too much than what they should be? Who knows? If you had Dawson, yeah, that's good. That's all I'll say. All right, this is a big game. We've got a game with Nick Dacos. We've got a game with Smith. Who gets the 3 votes, chat? Have a prediction. I don't remember if Smith... I think Smith actually may get the 3. I can't remember, though. But D. Cameron, 1 vote. P. Dangerfield, 2 votes. And B. Smith, 3 votes. Gus Footy says, how did you do this? Are these individual graphics? Nah, they're all individual, which is how much of an effort this took. Maybe next year I can make it a little easier for myself, but I thought this looked pretty good. Bitter's fine, Max. He helped out. Bailey Smith, though, leading it now by 3. West Coast versus Melbourne. Melbourne, K. Chandler, 1 vote. Melbourne, C. Petrarca, 2 votes. Melbourne, M. Gorn, 3 votes. Makes it into the top 6, Max Gorn. Sydney v GWS. Sydney, C. Warner, 1 vote. GWS, T. Green, 2 votes. GWS, F. Callahan, 3 votes. Hawthorn v Richmond. Hawthorn, C. Jath, 1 vote. Hawthorn, J. Battle, 2 votes. Hawthorn, M. D'Ambrosio, 3 votes. Final game of round 8. Brisbane v Gold Coast. Brisbane, C. Cameron, 1 vote. Brisbane, L. Ashcroft, 2 votes. Brisbane, W. Ashcroft, 3 votes. I'm not sure if Will Ashcroft's already... I think Will Ashcroft's already polled votes, so forget that says 3. Just forget it. I'm almost certain he's already polled. It may have just been a graphic edit that I made a mistake on. So I'm assuming he'd be all right. Gorn won't do... Yeah, Gorn be all right. I'm going to go take a water break. So I can call it an ad break if you want. So... yeah, let's. I'll be back in a minute or two. Enjoy a couple of ads.
lovely thing about together. It goes a long way.
Rightio, we're back from a little bit of a midi ad break. If you keep spamming 6-7, you'll get the shittest ads. I'll find like bloody Barbie, I don't know if Barbie's an ad or whatever, but just some really rubbish ad will really torture you if you continue with this crap. Also, I know I'm not great with this, but if there's anyone that actually wants in future streams, the big ones I plan to be like actually sponsored, and I play your ads every 20 minutes on an ad break, feel free to message me on Instagram if there's anyone that knows someone who is watching. Like, email me. I've got my contacts in the contact box and my Instagram. Actually, let's just do a little Instagram plug. Let's see if I can actually get a few followers here. I'll be posting all the graphics for the Cardy medal on my Instagram. So we currently have 9,509 followers. Can we get a few... Oh, fuck off, Scoop. Seriously, mate. Steal a spotlight. Can we get a few followers? We'll be posting stuff when the stream's done. But yeah, like, let's stop the 6-7 rubbish. Let's get into round 9. Yeah, paid advertisements. I'm down. Some good ones, maybe. Round 9. Fremantle Collingwood. Fremantle A Brayshaw 1 vote. Collingwood J Crisp 2 votes. Collingwood J Elliott 3 votes. St Kilda v Carlton. I think I made a mistake on this graphic. I'm having a guess. I did. Saints v Carlton. N Wangani Miller 1 vote. Carlton P Cripps. Yeah, I think I misspelled Cripps. That's what the mistake was. And 3 votes. Carlton H Mackay. First votes for Elliott. Sorry, I just got a message from someone. From now on, I am going to be ignoring all that 6-7 stuff. And if anyone sees it, just time them out or delete their messages. It's the last one to try and mention that. That's just fucking pissing me off. I will maybe make it a block word in like, if it gets to a stage, but I hope it doesn't. Maybe I will at some stage throughout the stream, but I don't want to. By the way, Andy Munro, cheers for the donation before for $15. I'll read the other ones that I missed as well before round 10. So Melbourne v Hawthorn. Melbourne H Langford 1 vote. Melbourne M Gawn 2 votes. Hawthorn J Warple 3 votes. So Gawn moves into the top 4 as we have Essendon Sydney. So Merritt currently on 13. Can he get a couple of early votes here? Essendon Zay Reid 1 vote. Essendon A McGrath 2 votes. Essendon N Martin 3 votes. Gold Coast v Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs M Bontempelli 1 vote. Western Bulldogs E Richards 2 votes. Western Bulldogs T Liberatore 3 votes. So 3 Bulldogs for a losing team. Port Adelaide v Adelaide. Adelaide J Peatling 1 vote. Port Adelaide Zay Butters 2 votes. Zay. Why do I... Zay. Zed. Why do I keep saying Zay? Zed Butters. Z Butters. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying Zay. I actually don't know. Zay Burnell. Zay Burnell 2 votes. Port Adelaide C Rosie 3 votes. So Rosie and Butters are freaking doing all right. Thomas has just upgraded to membership, the 100 gamer. So thank you as much as well for that. Huge stuff. Next game is Richmond West Coast. And West Coast are irrelevant that I thought at the time Jack Graham was still playing for Richmond, but that's a West Coast vote. Jay Graham 1 vote. S Banks 2 votes. T Taranto 3 votes. Geelong v GWS. GWS Tom Green 1 vote. Geelong B Smith 2 votes, so he moves outright first by a lot. Did I? Yeah. Outright first by 5. And Jay Hogan with the 3 votes for GWS. North Melbourne v Brisbane. North Melbourne L Parker 1 vote. North Melbourne T Cherry 2 votes. Brisbane D Zorko, 3 votes. So that was a drawn game. Round 10 now. For the... Yeah, just people just been putting Rosie in. I guess Rosie for Port Adelaide. He gets a lot of the touches. Him and Butters, without them, they'd be screwed at Port Adelaide. That's all I'm going to say. And it's, it shows on this. Where is Noah Anderson? He might be... We'll go through the round 10 top 10 at the end of this right here. So next up, Gold Coast v Hawthorn. Is this a chance for Noah Anderson? Jay Newcomb, the 1 vote. Gold Coast, Jay Noble, 2 votes. Gold Coast and Anderson, 3 votes. So he did get the 3 there, but he's only on 8. He can still, sort of up the take a little bit. There's still heaps of votes to go. Sydney v Carlton, this was the Isaac Heaney flu game. HRO, 1 vote. Sydney C Warner, 2 votes. And Sydney I Heaney, 3 votes. So he gets his first 3 there. Isaac Heaney. Collingwood, Adelaide. Can Dacos have a bit of a rise here? Can Dawson get a few votes? And Dacos, 1 vote. Jay Dacos, 2 votes. Adelaide, Jay Dawson, 3 votes. So Dawson climbed into second. 18, 16. High vote getters. Remember with Bailey Smith being so high, he does fall off and he does have a few games where he misses. So he's always going to be a starting. He's going to start strong, but let's see if he can get some votes here. Port Adelaide v Geelong. Port Adelaide C Rosie, 1 vote. Geelong B Smith, 2 votes. Geelong J Cameron, 3 votes. So Baz moves to 20 in the Cardy medal. As we move to GWS v Fremantle. GWS L Ash, 1 vote. Fremantle C Sarong, 2 votes. Moves into the top 6. And Fremantle S Bolton, 3 votes. I remember he was really good for my fantasy on that game. As we move to round 10, Western Bulldogs v Essendon. And just who do we think gets the 3 votes here? We don't even have to say anything. Who gets the 3 votes in this game? I got timed out. It's because you're probably spamming 8, 7 or some... I don't even know what it is. Bond. Geez, are people brain dead or something? Bailey Dale, he got 49 disposals that day. T. Liberatore, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, West, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs beat Dale, obviously the 3 votes. Richmond, North Melbourne. Richmond, T. Nankervis, 1 vote. Richmond, T. Taranto, 2 votes. North Melbourne, T. Cherry, 3 votes. Brisbane v Melbourne. How the hell did Melbourne win this game? Melbourne, C. Petrarca, 1 vote. Melbourne, J. Melksham, 2 votes. Melbourne, M. Gawn, 3 votes. So Max Gawn, can he possibly win it? Is he a potential chance? Lachlan Calder, don't remind me the next game, because the next game is West Coast v St Kilda, and I had a bloody mini panic attack on the bloody stream. West Coast B Hoff, 1 vote. St Kilda J Sinclair, 2 votes. St Kilda R Marshall, 3 votes. So we conclude round 10, and let's take a look at the leading roll, the rolling or the leading, whatever you want to call it, rolling leaderboard at the conclusion of round 10. And yes, I'll bring it up and we'll have a look to see what is going on in the Cardy medal. So AFL just is losing to the 2025 Eagles. Not great. Eagles got a vote. I think they're second or third player. I think Tim Kelly, Brady Hoff, and Jack Graham are the only ones with votes. But in the tally, Bailey Smith is in the... he fucked it up. That's not round 10. He sent me the wrong one. So we're not even going to show that. Let's move to round 11. Bitter, please make sure you go through the graphics twice because you got the wrong... I'm pretty sure you got the wrong games there. Smith is not on 23 yet. We'll move to round 11 then. We're going to have a mini break, but we'll move on. Geelong v Western Bulldogs. Geelong M Holmes, 1 vote. Geelong J Cameron, 2 votes. There we go. Geelong B Smith, 3 votes. So Bailey Smith absolutely tearing it up. People see the disposals he gets and they just go, he must be good enough for me. And he has been a very, very good player so far this year. Probably the recruit of the year. And currently in a good spot. But remember, there's still so much to go. And I can tell you right now, this does get close. I'm not even just saying that for the sake of staying. It does get close. How did I pull up yesterday? I pulled up right, actually, Duxie. I did stay the night with checkers and all that, though. It was good. So, Essendon v Richmond. Essendon A. Clark, 1 vote. That's his first game. Bloody hell. A debutant first voter. Essendon Zay Merritt, 2 votes. Why do I keep saying Zay? Zay, can you where's Zay Burnell right? Can Zay Burnell call me and just tell me right now to stop saying Zay? I'm not even doing it on purpose. I've said it 4 times. Can you give me a ring, Zay? Because this is just ludicrous. I'm pretty sure Nick Martin had a good game here. He did. He gets the 3. And Martin 3 votes. Now remember, I did film a video this round 11. I still haven't released it yet, but it'll come out at some stage. Who voted for this? The subscribers. Every week you had the opportunity to. But so hopefully next year we get more. If you guys want to, let me know okay, tell me in the chat if you haven't been doing any of the votes. If you're more considerate now doing the votes for next year, now that you can have a bit of a part in this. If you think these are shit votes, well, you can make the influence. I just got a phone call from... Is that actually Zay? Let's see who this is real quick. I'll call him back. Midstream. I don't actually think it... as soon as I said that, I got a random call. Oh, no, wait. Wait. Bro tweaking with the Zay stuff. Zay.
This year for
Yeah, can you just put it? Can you just put a line through it once and for all to make me stop saying your name every time there's a Z player like Zach Merritt and bloody Zach Butters?
Yeah, man, Cardy, Zay Merritt and Zay Butters. Why do you keep saying the first name for these players, man? What's going on?
You know what? If I say Zay another 5 times, I'll book a flight to Adelaide at the end of the year and I'll say hello to you. Just. Fuck it. I'm going to try not to say Zay in the votes, all right? 5 more times. So count it in the chat.
5 more times?
You can count it, Zay. You can film it whenever I say it.
Every time he says Zay for either Butters
or any Z player. Because there wouldn't be many other Z. Fuck, I said... That doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. No, you won't... No. Does that...
Alright. I'll let you continue with your Brownlow thing, man.
Alright.
Make sure you avoid saying my name. Unless if you're actually referring to me.
Yeah. Oh, Kai Mori with a $25 donation as well. Thank you, Zay. I saw that. Yeah, but the thing is, right, this isn't the AFL, so I can do whatever I want. I can call whoever I want. I can do a prank call right now and call up Domino's Pizza, telling them to go suck themselves on this Brownlow night, and I can do it. But I'm not obviously going to do that because we're going to get on to round 11. And let's not say... Remember, I can say Zay... It's saying Zay when I'm meant to say Z, if you know what I mean. The Canberra vlog, I've got the footage, it'll come out, so that doesn't count. So I've only said it once. I know I've said it once. You guys know I've said it once. Next up, we have Jay Hogan, 1 vote. L Ash, 2 votes for GW. Oh, Kai Mori! T Green with 3, and Kai Mori with $100. But, Andrew Dillon wouldn't get... he wouldn't get up from about for a $100 check mid-Brownlow, so I should shut the fuck up. Next up, we have Hawthorn v Brisbane. Brisbane CRT, 1 vote. Brisbane L Neil, 2 votes. Brisbane D Zorko, 3 votes. Moving into the top 6. North Melbourne v Collingwood. Collingwood J Elliott, 1 vote. Collingwood N Long, 2 votes. Collingwood N Dacos, 3 votes. He was great in this game, especially in the last quarter. Fremantle v Port Adelaide. Fremantle C Sarong, 1 vote. Fremantle L Jackson, 2 votes. Fremantle M Reid, 3 votes. Murphy Reid. Adelaide v West Coast. Adelaide S Berry, 1 vote. Adelaide J Rochelle, 2 votes. Adelaide J Dawson, 3 votes. Melbourne v Sydney. Melbourne C Salem, 1 vote. Melbourne M Gawn, 2 votes. Melbourne K Pickett, 3 votes. Final game of round 11 is St Kilda and Gold Coast. So Gold Coast M Rao, 1 vote. St Kilda N Wanganeen Millera, 2 votes. And Thomas says he could still make top 5. And there is still a chance with the $20 on cue. Thank you again very much for that. And N Anderson, the 3 votes for Gold Coast, making it to 11 at the inclusion of round 11. So we can bring up that little graphic that Bitter made. Also, Skipper, if you're still watching, if you have actually the answer for the most disappointing, we can actually do that real quick. Am I top donor this year? You are, but maybe you might get caught. So you gotta make sure you hold your spot. if you want to be top donor. But you have been very helpful for a few of my trips. For example, Alice Springs, you were good with that. I appreciate that. But this is what it is. So this is after round 11, but Bitter made the wrong, put the wrong round there. So I showed this a bit too early. So Bailey Smith is in the lead with 23 votes. We'll try and get broadcast footage to Bailey Smith right now, but I don't think that's possible. Where's Catman when you need him? Catman can just go and give Bailey Smith a ring. Jordan Dawson is second on 19. Max Gordon, in the sort of the midway mark of this, is sitting third with... Remember, this is it's supposed to be round 11. It should say round 11, but whatever. Max Gordon, 16 votes. Zach Merritt, Nick Dacos, Connor Rosie, Dane Zorko, Caleb Sarong, Zach Butters, and then we have Lockie Neal. That's all right. I've made myself enough grammatical, graphic errors, whatever you want to call it, on my, on this, probably like a good 6 or 7 times. But remember, I cannot say a certain word. Next up, round 12, and then we'll have, I don't know, or maybe we keep going. We'll be sort of the midway mark, so if I had more awards lined up, which I will next year, then this is probably where I'd do another award. But really, all I've got left is, like 2 more, apart from the Cardy medal. But the Cardy medal is the main one, and whoever wins it, hopefully will get... Maybe I'll give them the medal. But who will win it? Brisbane v Essendon. Essendon J. Caldwell, 1 vote. Essendon N. Martin, 2 votes. Brisbane H. McCluggage, 3 votes. Collingwood v Hawthorn. Collingwood J. Elliott, 1 vote. Collingwood N. Dacos, 2 votes. Collingwood S. Sidebottom, 3 votes. Dacos moving to 3rd spot. Gold Coast play Freo here. Can Anderson get up? People want Anderson to do well here. A live bet. To be leading after round. You can... Alright, I can't really give you odds, but what were the odds if you look at the AFL.com tracker? Tipper says, hey, Shagger Arlo is a butt sniffer. Alright, I shouldn't have read that, but thank you. Fremantle J. Clark, 1 vote. Fremantle A. Brayshaw, 2 votes. Gold Coast and Anderson, 3 votes. Anderson making a rise up. So all of the Noah Anderson fans, you should be up and about for that one. GWS v Richmond. GWS Tom Green, 1 vote. Richmond D. Prestia, 2 votes. GWS L. Ash, 3 votes. Sydney v Adelaide. This game was just crazy with how big of a smashing it was. Adelaide B Keys. Yeah, B Keys. That sounds weird. B Keys, 1 vote. Adelaide J. Rochelle, 2 votes. Adelaide A. Neil Bullen, the 3 votes. So no Dawson, no Rankin, no Thilthorpe. Neil Bullen, he was great on this day. This game was also pretty fun. Melbourne v St Kilda. Alice Springs. Let's see. St Kilda B Hill, 1 vote. St Kilda N. Wanganeen Miller, 2 votes. St Kilda C Wilkie, 3 votes. No, I'm glad, Lockie. I wanted to put as much effort as I could in terms of getting this to actually, be worthwhile to viewers, and people are enjoying it so far. We still have another half of this thing to go. Next up, we have West Coast and Geelong. Can Smith get up another rise? He had a game, didn't he? He did have a pretty good game. I can't remember his stats, but this is where we could start bringing up stats in the equation if we really wanted to be technical. But let's see. Geelong G Myers, 1 vote. Geelong J Cameron, 2 votes. Geelong B Smith, 3 votes. And Bailey Smith is now outright 7 votes in front at the midway mark of this Cardy medal. We'll have like a 1 or 2 minute break again. But far out, he's definitely polling probably a bit above his weight. That's the way the Cardy medal has been. But how's it rigged, mate? Cameron shouldn't have gotten votes for that game. Smith on track for 52. Well, he's definitely missed a few. He's been all right. Goal of the year will come soon. Skipper sent me an Instagram. Okay. We could maybe do that after round 20. We could probably do that one after round 20 then, for a quick 5 minutes. Just wanted to make sure he's got it in the bag, says Goat HQ. I also want to just quickly read a few messages of anyone that has chucked a donation that I haven't read out yet. So let me just do that real quick. I have to do it on here fan funding. So, I think I missed one from Luke. Gus Footy with $5. Oh no, I think I got them all. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, that's all good then. Let's move on then. Should we move on? Oh I do need a bit of a fill up on water, and you guys have been real dickheads with a 6-7. So I don't know. I don't know if that means another ad, but it's just been a little bit. You've been better. You've been a little bit better, but I don't know if it means I should do another ad. You could guess the ad. Try and guess the one that I might put up on the screen. I am going to play an ad here just to see if you guys can actually guess it. Because I had this one downloaded. It's sort of an ironic ad that you guys might know. It'll only be a minute. You'll stop watching if you've got an ad. Well, it's for 1 minute, mate. If you're going to stop watching for one ad, then you probably may as well stop watching the AFL Grand Final when that's on, considering there'll be ads for every single goal, mate. So, you guys, stop spamming garbage. You won't get another ad.
It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Take me by the hand, take me somewhere new. I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Now, thank you to Allianz for sponsoring this stream. With Allianz, you can get 20% off all health insurance. Oh, fuck. I wish, mate. Mate, all of this I'm doing for free, and I wish it wasn't like that. Let's get to round 13. Round 13. Western Bulldogs v Hawthorn. Western Bulldogs, M. Kennedy, 1 vote. Hawthorn, J. Newcomb, 2 votes. Hawthorn, M. Chol, 3 votes. Adelaide v Brisbane. This is the famous bloody Barossa. Oh, no, it was the Bunbury game, I should say. Adelaide, B. Keys, 1 vote. Brisbane, W. Ashcroft, 2 votes. Adelaide, J. Dawson, 3 votes. Whoa. Why does it not say J. Dawson's got 3 on the graphic? What the fuck? It'll update, but what the fuck? Oh, I may have added the wrong one. It'll update. You'll see it update. Richmond v Sydney. Sydney I. Heaney, 1 vote. Sydney B. Grundy, 2 votes. Sydney N. Blakey, 3 votes. I think it'll update when the next player gets votes in the sort of area. I think. I'm almost certain. Geelong v Gold Coast. Geelong G. Myers, 1 vote. Geelong T. Stengel, 2 votes. Geelong M. Holmes, 3 votes. GWS v Port Adelaide. GWS Tom Green, 1 vote. Port Adelaide Z. Butters, 2 votes. Port Adelaide C. Rosie, 3 votes. I had to think of that because I knew Port Adelaide was coming, Z was coming. Dawson has the votes that he should be on, so he's on 22 now. Rosie and Butters. Now, it's just, whenever Port Adelaide play well, they just get votes. I don't get it. But it is just weird, but it's just a fact. And they are technically a chance of winning this whole thing. Both of them, especially Rosie right now, 17. He's third in the Cardy medal. This game sucked. North Melbourne v West Coast. North Melbourne K. McKercher, 1 vote. North Melbourne T. Cherry, 2 votes. North Melbourne H. Sheasel, 3 votes. Carlton v Essendon. Essendon N. Martin, 1 vote. Carlton G. Hewitt, 2 votes. Carlton, or St Kilda. St Kilda T. De Koning, 3 votes. Cop that one, Carlton fans. Melbourne Collingwood. So this final game. Collingwood J. Howe, 1 vote. Melbourne M. Gawn, 2 votes. Collingwood J. Dacos, 3 votes. Round 14, and at the conclusion of round 14, Actually, at the conclusion of round 15, we will go through to vote for the goal of the year. So Bailey Smith currently leading it by 4 at the moment. Round 14, LMO not officially yet, dumbass. He's officially he's basically confirmed. All right, so I wouldn't be saying not officially. Segura v Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs B Williams 1 vote. Western Bulldogs B Dale 2 votes. Western Bulldogs S Darcy 3 votes. I don't have a community leadership award. Maybe next year. I don't even know what that. I'm going like. How would I award that? Honestly, Hawthorn v Adelaide. Adelaide J Dawson 1 vote. Hawthorn D Moore 2 votes. Hawthorn J Impey 3 votes. So Dawson is now still is second, but he's only 3 away from Bailey Smith here, making a real charge. Brisbane v GWS. GWS F Callahan 1 vote. GWS A Cadman 2 votes. GWS J Hogan 3 votes. Essendon v Geelong. Geelong J Cameron 1 vote. Geelong M Holmes 2 votes. Geelong B Smith 3 votes. What were his numbers in that game? What were his numbers? Because he seems like every time he plays in a Geelong win, he gets votes. What are his votes? Bailey Smith. I'm just going to check what his stats were in that game. I guess it's not just based off stats, but... Oh, he had 41. He had 41 in that game. Nah, he actually did have a really good game, so that's a fair 3 vote. Saying with rigged Baz, he did have 40. I just didn't realise at the time. I'm like, he just keeps getting votes for fun. So he's in the lead by 6, but I say before, he does slow down, so we'll see if there's a rise there. Also, Dacos has a big finish, so let's see what happens in the next game. North Melbourne v Freo. North Melbourne H Sheezer 1 vote. Fremantle A Brayshaw 2 votes. Fremantle C Sarong 3 votes. Port Adelaide v Melbourne. Port Adelaide J Horn Francis 1 vote. Port Adelaide C Rosé 2 votes. Port Adelaide M Georgiades 3 votes. Rosé's up to 19. It's like he only polls him like what weird. Dawson best on ground against Lions, strange. Not my opinion. It's what the subscribers wanted. That's what they voted. So if you want to make your say next year, you can. Final game of round 14, West Coast v Carlton. St Kilda T De Koning 1 vote. Carlton A Chera 2 votes. Carlton G Hewitt 3 votes. Hewitt 13. Baz does miss a few. He does miss a few in the middle of the year. Let's just move straight into round 15. We don't have a rising star, but if you guys really want, we can do a bit of an unofficial rising star just for a bit of fun. At the end of maybe round 20 as well, where you guys just pick who you think will be rising star. But we haven't got any graphics or anything made for it, or no video or anything. We can do one if you want, so let me know. We'd probably be between 4, but it'll be interesting to see what you guys think. So we could do one of those, yeah. We'll do goal of the year after round 15. Round 15. Fremantle v Essendon. Fremantle J Clark 1 vote. Fremantle C Sarong 2 votes. Fremantle L Jackson 3 votes. Is Sarong a chance? Is he a chance? He's currently in the top 5. Geelong versus Brisbane. Now, I believe Bailey Smith did miss this game, so he won't be polling here. And also, Brisbane bloody smashed Geelong here. So, Brisbane J Dunkley 1 vote. Brisbane D Zorko 2 votes. Brisbane L Morris 3 votes. Carlton v North Melbourne. Carlton S Doherty 1 vote. North Melbourne T Power 2 votes. North Melbourne H Sheasel 3 votes. Yes, the Brownlow is on, Mr. Ham. This is the Brownlow. You don't want to miss it. Only on the Cardman 22 channel, but it's not actually the Brownlow. Port Adelaide v Sydney. Port Adelaide Z Butters 1 vote. Sydney B Grundy 2 votes. Sydney I Heaney 3 votes. Thank you. Appreciate it, Bobby. Let me know what you think of the graphics. Is it shit or is it good? But Brody Grundy only just starting the poll here. His brother did win Well, actually, his brother didn't end up winning the fantasy, but he did get the most at the end. Round 15, Collingwood 108, St Kilda 74. St Kilda N Wanganeen Miller 1 vote. Collingwood N Dacos 2 votes. Collingwood D Cameron 3 votes. Dacos moves to equal third. And Super Blue with a $2 donation. McMorris stiffed against the job. Yeah, Morris, he had 5 or 6 in that game. He definitely could have deserved a vote or 2, but wouldn't have won it anyway. So, yeah, didn't really matter. Next up, we have GWS v Gold Coast. Gold Coast, T. Miller, 1 vote. GWS, Tom Green, 2 votes. Gold Coast, N. Anderson, 3 votes. Anderson is still a chance here, as we're almost at 1,000 viewers. Let's get to 1,000. Let's try and beat a viewer record. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, we don't want the West Coast St Kilda stream being the one with the most. Round 15, Western Bulldogs v Richmond. Western Bulldogs, T. English, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, S. Darcy, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, M. Bontempelli, 3 votes. Thank you, Lockie. So this is the conclusion of round 15. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make sure we have the poll ready. So I'm going to have to make sure I have the poll ready while I play this. But we are going to do goal of the year. So if you weren't here for mark of the year, we awarded the mark of the year. And it was Nasai Wanganeen-Rilla for his mark against Melbourne that won in the game or draw the game. People might say that that doesn't deserve to be mark of the year, but the moment certainly was freaking good. And I'm not going... I'm not disappointed with that at all. So that is the goal of the year, or the mark, I should say. But let's go through to see what we have for the goal of the year. Remember, you guys can have a watch for the next minute, and then I'll just put the live votes up as well, just so you guys know. At the moment, if anyone joins and wants to know who's currently in the lead, we'll put that there. We've got 1,000 in just about. Hopefully, I can go up a little bit more. Who knows by the end, because hopefully this is a close count. A close count would be good. Let's add the round number 50. We do actually have a round 15 one as well. I didn't even realise. Just sent all the goal of the year graph. Okay, lovely. So no matter who so this is like all live. This is all live. No one at the moment knows the winner of the Cardman 22 goal of the year. So here are the nominations for the Cardman 22 goal of the year. And here are your nominations for goal of the year. Tim Taranto, round 11, Richmond.
Redmond down, Taranto! Taranto! No way!
Nate Cardy, round 12, Essendon.
With a little bit harder. Cardy over the shoulder. He's kicked the goal. Yes, we're in lock game. Yes, we are. Cardy's kicked the goal.
Liam Ryan, round 19, West Coast.
Just out of the fingertips of Ryan. Bounce important. It went over the head. The perfect bounce. If you're Liam Ryan.
Paul Curtis, round 22, North Melbourne.
Forward, Tremba flying. Off the beat. Curtis still alive in the pocket. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that is spellbinding.
Okay, those were the goals that we got submitted. I don't know if the goals or the marks were better. It's hard to judge, but we're going to put the link in here, and then we're going to show you guys. We're going to give it like two minutes maybe. But yeah, this should be the link. So vote, only limit to 1. So you guys have the say. It is currently now put in the vote. So the pin, I think it's is it the pin one or not? Oh, I have to pin it again. I'm going to pin it. And this is for your chance to have a say at who wins the Cardman 22 goal of the year. We'll make this a little bit... I've got it right. Yeah, Tim Taranto, Nate Cardy, Liam Ryan, or Paul Curtis. So, yes, vote away. Vote away. And in the meantime... do I have the... Yeah, I chucked the music up, so we'll put that on in the background a little bit as well. Even voting, so it's really even. We're giving it another minute and 19. I'll tell you when there's a minute to go. Vote on your dad's phone. It's very even at the moment. Who wins the Cardman 22 goal of the year? We'll make this a little bit bigger. Who wins the goal of the year? We've We've got Tim Taranto's goal. If I can, I'll show you guys. And here are your nominations. A screen grab of the goals as well. So we've got Nate Cardy, Tim Taranto, Liam Ryan, Paul Curtis. We have how long? When the music stops, whatever the amount, the most amount is of votes, when the music stops, is going to be awarded the winner. So at the moment, it looks like Nate Cardy's might come through here. Nate Cardy with 26.1% of the votes, but Tim Taranto, can he get a few votes here? If you want Tim Taranto here, there's 13 seconds till the music stops. Looks like it's a very even vote tally, and Nate Cardy, I think, is going to take home the inaugural Cardman 22 Goal of the Year award. Congratulations to Nate Cardy. Now, Scotty and I called it. If I can find the clip on TikTok, I'll need to actually find the clip on TikTok to show you. So if Bitter, not even Bitter, I'd have to download it myself, but we did have a good call for it. Actually, I could just show you guys on my phone, because I could just bring it up on TikTok. Caddy by 0.9%. It was a very, very close one, but we did watch this one on stream, and I was with good old Scotty, and this is our call of it. Well, this is his call of it. The Markov Goal of the Year. Now, Zach Bailey could have been in. It's really all subjective. It could have gone either way, but that's what we ended up having. Maybe we can do a little bit more with like the top four, but you know, those were the top four. So congratulations to surely we have the winning music. I had the winning music earlier. I don't know if you can hear that, but there you go. Congratulations to Nate Cardy. We'll put the graphic up so you guys can see it, and then soon we'll move right into round 16. And we can do a rising star if you guys want as well. Up to you guys. Let me know in the chat if you guys want that. Hopefully the wizard wins the medal. Wins what medal? Okay. Give me a second. So, Goal of the Year, Nate Cardy. Congratulations. Put an F in chat if you voted for. Actually, let me know who you did vote for in the chat. But Nate Cardy is our Goal of the Year for 2025. Congratulations to Nate Cardy. He will not be watching this, but it was a good goal behind, and it's a heart. I did a video with Jay Tomo the other day. We attempted to kick this one, and it's not easy. It was not an easy kick at all. So, yeah, harder than it looks. Congratulations to Nate Cardy. We will move on very shortly now to the next round, in round 16. And before we do that, I'm just going to get to the right round. So was it round 16? It was round 16. Before we do that, let's see who's currently in the lead. Get rid of this leaderboard here. By that, I mean we're going the full leaderboard after round 15. Let's see who is currently not just in the lead, but in the top 10. So we've got Bailey Smith out in first with 29 votes. Jordan Dawson, Connor Rozee, a bit of a surprise. Or is this round 15? I don't know. Or if Bitter's really fucked it up again, I'll be quite disappointed. But that's what it says there. It looks like this might actually be for next week again. So I'm sacking the bloke. I'm actually sacking the bloke. Round 16. Port Adelaide v Carlton. Port Adelaide, Zed Butters, 1 vote. Port Adelaide, M. Bergman, 2 votes. Port Adelaide, C. Rozee, 3 votes. I'm pretty sure that was meant to be... You put up the round 15 ones for this. So what I just showed was the end of round 16. I'm pretty sure. Again, you did that for the second time now. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So I guess I'm just not going to show those anymore because I don't want to risk just revealing the winner, when I don't want to. I'll show you at the end of round 16 though, because we're at round 16 now. That was supposed to be the end of round 15. You know what? It's fine. You know what? I'm not too disappointed. It's just one round. Even Elijah's saying it was. B Grundy 1 vote. Bulldogs Jay Fraser 2 votes. Sydney I Heaney 3 votes. Gold Coast v Melbourne. Gold Coast Jay Noble 1 vote. Gold Coast M Rao 2 votes. Melbourne Jay Melksham 3 votes. So we're going to go through this a little quicker, but let me know if you want to see more like a rising star when we could do a couple more like fan voted ones after round 20. Give me some. That was a leaderboard at the end of round 15. Well, it wasn't because Dacos said he had 22 and he's on 19. So spoiler alert, Dacos will get a 3 here. It's not really what I want. Spoiler alert for this round. Hawthorn M. Chol 1 vote. Hawthorn K. Amon 2 votes. Hawthorn J. Gunson 3 votes. He kicked 7. Rewarding. Collingwood West Coast. West Coast L. Baker 1 vote. Collingwood S. Pendlebury 2 votes. Collingwood N. Dacos 3 votes. So there you go. It does move up. You guys probably not too surprised about that. Who voted these? All of the viewers. All the viewers. Richmond v Adelaide. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't want to cause any more controversy. Just leave it. Let's just leave it. Richmond D. Prestia 1 vote. Adelaide R. Thilthorpe 2 votes. Adelaide D. Curtin 3 votes. So Dawson a chance to climb, particularly given I don't think Smith will poll because he didn't play. They had to buy the Cats in round 16 here. So the last game we got Fremantle v St Kilda. St Kilda N. Wangan Miller 1 vote. Fremantle L. Jackson 2 votes. And Fremantle J. Clark 3 votes. So concluding round 16, I think what was just put up... There, Lockie, mate. What if this was the actual Brownlow? We would have been in some real trouble. I reckon Lloyd Meek will win the Cardy medal. I mean, you could vote for Lloyd Meek. He could be the leading vote getter for the teams, for each team, because we did have that. We're not doing Oz Kicker of the Year, though. Sorry, mate. Let's get to round 17 now. Round 17. North Melbourne v Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs A. Norton 1 vote. Western Bulldogs M. Bontempelli 2 votes. Western Bulldogs T. Liberatore 3 votes. Will Libba get more votes than Bont, or will Bont get more votes than Libba at the end of this stream? Carlton Collingwood. Collingwood D. Cameron 1 vote. Collingwood J. Elliott 2 votes. Collingwood N. Dacos 3 votes. So Dacos moves from 3rd place to 2nd place, and he's got a 4-vote gap on Bailey Smith at the moment here in the Cardman medal. Next game, we have West Coast take on GWS. Now, remember, Ed Richards, yeah, I know, Octa, he's had a really good year, but maybe not one where he'd poll as well on the Brownlow as some of the other players. And remember, it's all about what my fans think. So if you watch the games, you vote. Jay Kelly, 1 vote, GWS. GWS, Tom Green, 2 votes. GWS, F. Callahan, 3 votes. I think there are no complaints with that one. I mean, West Coast aren't polling votes anytime, any soon. Next up, we have round 17. Essendon take on Gold Coast. Gold Coast, J. Jeffrey, 1 vote. Gold Coast and Anderson, 2 votes. Essendon, Z. Merritt, 3 votes. So I'm not actually... I'm saying Zay properly. Oh my God. I said Zay. I was about to say I'm saying Z properly. All right, that's number 2. Fair enough. Fucking hell. Anderson moves into 5th. Merritt, 6th as well. I put the right names, but the wrong numbers. Oh, yeah. It's certainly the numbers thing. That's all right. Just let me know. Can you try and fix the round 21, please? Merritt, 3 votes, laughable. Well, Merritt got 40, I think. Merritt got 40 that week. Geelong v Richmond. Geelong, Z. Guthrie, 1 vote. Geelong, J. Cameron, 2 votes. Geelong, M. Holmes, 3 votes. Brisbane v Port Adelaide. Brisbane, H. McCluggage, 1 vote. Port Adelaide, Z. Butters, 2 votes. Brisbane, Zed Bailey, 3 votes. I don't think he played though, Lockie. That's what AL said. St Kilda v Hawthorn. St Kilda, M Hall, 1 vote. Hawthorn, L Meek, 2 votes. St Kilda, N Wanganeen Millera, 3 votes. Now, Wanganeen Millera, he's going to start climbing here. We could start seeing him in the leaderboard here with a huge month of footy ahead. Only on the 11 though, but he's still got an opportunity to climb with a few votes, especially if you guys had, well, for those that obviously voted for the St Kilda and all the teams, I assume everyone had Naz number 1. Next up, we have Sydney take on Fremantle. This is the game I streamed with Young King Cookson. Sydney, J Lloyd, 1 vote. Sydney, B Grundy, 2 votes. Sydney, E Goulden, 3 votes. Adelaide v Melbourne. Adelaide, J Dawson, 1 vote. Melbourne, J Viney, 2 votes. Adelaide, I Rankin, 3 votes. So after round 17, we have 18, 19, 20, 20. We've got another 8 rounds to go. And we do have a little bit of a closer contest. Who is a surprise with this top 6? I'm surprised with Connor Rosie. I didn't think he'd have an impactful year enough to be in the top 6. Merritt being there as well. Dawson and Anderson coming home strong. They are going to come home with a wet towel here. Dacos. By the way, if you've got Shrey and Seji with you at the moment, can you get them soon to do their finals predictions as well? Because I'm trying to get everyone's coming in the next day. So if you even if they're watching, just wouldn't mind having that ready, as many as I can, because I've got most. But yeah, B Smith in the lead, 29. Let's do round 18, and then we'll do Rising Star after round 18. Round 18, Carlton v Brisbane. Brisbane, D Wilmot, 1 vote. Brisbane, L Neil, 2 votes. Brisbane, J Dunkley, 3 votes. Gold Coast v Collingwood. Gold Coast, N Anderson, 1 vote. Collingwood, I just assumed Gold Coast. Now he had a really good game here. J Dacos, 2 votes. Gold Coast, M Rao, 3 votes. Now Rao also makes a bit of a surge, I would have thought, to finish off the year, but he's currently on 13, a bit of a way. Thomas wants a shout out. There you go, mate. If you haven't liked the stream yet, let's get to 600 and hit the subscribe button as well. Western Bulldogs v Adelaide. Adelaide, J Dawson, 1 vote. Adelaide, R Thilthorpe, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, M Bontempelli, 3 votes. He was great, Bont, in this game. They did lose, but he was great. GWS v Geelong. GWS, F Callahan, 1 vote. GWS, L Whitfield, 1 vote. GWS, A Cadman, 3 votes. Cadman kicked 6 in this game. He had a breakout. Smith was quiet. What happened to my eye? I don't know why someone said that. I didn't put acid in my eye. I'm all right. I would have hoped. Richmond v Essendon. This game was absolutely crap. Essendon, A Roberts, 1 vote. Essendon, Z Merritt, 2 votes. Richmond, T Taranto, 3 votes. Fremantle v Hawthorn. Hawthorn. I just assumed it was a Freo play. Hawthorn, L Meek, 1 vote. Freo, J Clark, 2 votes. Fremantle, A Brayshaw, 3 votes. Melbourne v North Melbourne. North Melbourne, H Sheasel, 1 vote. Melbourne, J Melksham, 2 votes. Melbourne, C Petrarca, 3 votes. Meek was a Docker. He used to play for the Dockers. St Kilda v Sydney. Sydney, B Grundy, 1 vote. St Kilda, J Steele, 2 votes. St Kilda, M Winhager, 3 votes. Final game of the round 18 here. Could Rosie get another couple here? This would be... Surely not. Surely not. Port Adelaide v West Coast. Port Adelaide, Jay Richards, 1 vote. Port Adelaide, Jay Horn-Francis, 2 votes. Port Adelaide, Zed Butters, 3 votes. So Butters moves into the top 5. How have we got 2 Port Adelaide players in the top 5 here? They're the only players polling. And at the conclusion of round 18, we can probably do maybe the Rising Star if you guys want. Quick little Rising Star one. Because we don't have too many more graphics left to do. I think, well, we've done Goal of the Year. We've done Mark of the Year. So we can put the Cardy one away. So if you just joined us, Nate Cardy was your Cardman 22 Goal of the Year winner. Or as Scotty the Hottie would say, Mark and Goal of the Year. And St Kilda, St Kilda's Nisawani Miller got the Mark of the Year. Joanne, if that's seriously all you're going to be talking about and thinking about at the moment, you've got other worries, so who gives a shit? You're all right. Rising Star then. I think, I think I know who wins the Rising Star, but let's do one. Let's just do one for fun. We're not going to do a Rising Star graphic, or it's not going to be proper or anything like that. But let's just do a quick Rising Star poll. So we'll do a new poll. Give me like 30 seconds here. So in the meantime, since you guys have been enjoying these ads, let's bring up... Well, I don't really have an ad, so maybe let's not do it. Well, I could actually click... If I click ad here, would that actually do anything? There you go. You get an actual ad break. Unless you have YouTube Premium, then you don't. So... Who should be then? I feel like Murphy Reid. So we'll do 5 options for Rising Star. Murphy Reid, Dan Curtin, and let's call it the youth player. Nah, what should we call it? Because then Sean Mann, Dan Curtin, Murphy Reid, Connor O'Sullivan. If we're going to do 6, we can do Connor O'Sullivan, but he's not going to win it, so don't even bother with Connor O'Sullivan. Dan Curtin, Murphy Reid. We'll go Levi Ashcroft, Harvey Langford, and I reckon who should be the one more? Scott Pendlebury, Archie Roberts. Nah, not matter. Right. Just make sure we can't do it so multiple people can respond here, because I don't want that. Limit to 1. All right, this is just a little bit of an intermission. We'll do I don't have a name for it, but just the current Mark... No, not Mark the Year. We did that already. The Rising Star pick. So I'm going to chuck the pin link there. We're not going to play music. We're not going to do any of that stuff. Actually, someone said Prime Train. Yeah, well, you never know. Well, you do know. It's not going to be him. All right, let's bring up the responses. So, who's the Rising Star? Let's go for another minute or so. And if we get an overwhelming majority, then we know who wins this Rising Star Award. So, it's sort of my Rising Star with the viewers' votes. So, that's what this is going to be. Let's have a look. We have Murphy Reid outright first with 64 votes. We've got Archie Roberts with 21, Langford 14, Ashcroft 27, O'Sullivan 26, Curtin 38. The link to vote is pinned. The link to vote for this is pinned if you guys want to participate and chuck a vote in for the unofficial award of the Rising Star. But someone said do it. And I'm like, yeah, we'll do it. Why not? How is it Murphy Reid? What do you mean, how is it Murphy Reid? If you haven't been watching footy, must not have appreciated them. I think these are certainly the 6 players that deserve to be in this bracket. Harvey Langford with the least votes and only the 6.3%. Dan Curtin second most, and Ashcroft the top 3. So it looks like Curtin, Murphy Reid, they're sort of taking up majority of the pie chart here, and I think you're probably going to have to award this to Murphy Reid, unless Mr. Beast raids us and Mr. Beast is with Archie Roberts' brother and he gets everyone to vote. But assuming that doesn't happen, Congratulations to Murphy Reed for winning the unofficial Rising Star Award. It means nothing. I don't even have a proper name for it, but it's something regardless. So, congratulations. No way, Dan put you on his story. Well, he didn't. He didn't do that. All right, Hawkball. I don't know what you mean by that, mate, but thanks for the money. Let's... Honestly, now I think we've just got to get through these votes now. I think we just got to get through it, and we'll build up the tension. Remember, there's also a possible $50 gift voucher, so let me know if you were in the running to win that. It is just get as many of the correct leading vote gatherers as you can. So that's something that you guys can also potentially be a part of if you've already submitted all that. If you haven't, well, I'd say it's a bit too late. So round 19. Yeah, I am going. I've already got a ticket there, Lockie. I do have a ticket. If you guys want Dan Orange to be on the stream, bloody mention him. There you go. Next up, round 19. Essendon GWS. GWS F Callahan 1 vote. GWS J Stringer 2 votes. GWS Tom Green 3 votes. Brisbane v the Western Bulldogs. The Western Bulldogs B Dale 1 vote. Brisbane J Dunkley 2 votes. Brisbane W Ashcroft 3 votes. Hawthorn v Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide J Sweet 1 vote. Hawthorn J Impey 2 votes. Hawthorn D Moore 3 votes. I've noticed with Hawthorn, they don't have many massive plays with votes, like huge vote gatherers. It's all sort of like they all even out the voting spread, to be honest. And if you seriously think Patrick Cripps deserves to be anywhere near this, you have problems. You've been living in the past. Sydney taking on North Melbourne here. Sydney C Warner 1 vote. Sydney B Grundy 2 votes. Sydney I Heaney 3 votes. Carlton v Melbourne. Carlton A Moyer 1 vote. Carlton, there you go, mate. P Cripps 2 votes. Melbourne K Pickett 3 votes. I don't know why there's any suspense for that. There's nothing in this that'll mean anything. West Coast v Richmond. West Coast H Reid 1 vote. Richmond J Hopper 2 votes. Richmond T Taranto 3 votes. Taranto on 14 as a Richmond player is extremely impressive. Let's see if he can keep this up or if he has a big drop-off. I don't remember if he's had much of a drop-off though, but Taranto doing well. Next game, Geelong St Kilda. Can Smith gain a little bit of an advantage? Geelong M Holmes 1 vote. Geelong S Manor 2 votes. St Kilda N Wanganeen Millera 3 votes. Did someone just bot the stream with likes? That's a bit disappointing if someone did that. Wanganeen Millera though, certainly worthy of that 3 vote game. He's on a lot of good form heading into the back end of the year. Baz robbed again. Fuck off. This game's obviously important as well because look at Dacos and Dawson. Collingwood v Freo. Fremantle C Sarong 1 vote. Fremantle P Voss 2 votes. Collingwood N Dacos 3 votes. So Nick Dacos moves up the rankings. 1 vote separates the two as we head to the Adelaide v Gold Coast game. Nick Dacos had a big game against Freo, to be fair. I don't think that's a shit call at all. Can Dawson get votes? Can Anderson get votes? I really don't think Anderson can, but maybe Dawson. Adelaide v Gold Coast. Adelaide D Curtin 1 vote. Gold Coast M Rao 2 votes. Adelaide J Dawson. Nah. Alex Neil-Bullen 3 votes. Sort of tricked you with a few of you guys there. So end of round 19, and it is 29, 25, 20, 29, 28, 25, 22, 20, 20. Big last 5 games to come. Who gets it from here? Who gets the Cardy medal from here? In all honesty, I actually thought Dawson got 3 there. I assumed it was, but I forgot it was Neil Bullen for that game. Would have given Strong the 3 more impact when it mattered. Dacos, well, you're not the one doing it, but fair enough. If Baz doesn't get at least 2, you've rigged it. I'm not going to rig it, mate. I'm not going to do that. Hawthorn v Carlton. Hawthorn J Gunson 1 vote. Hawthorn D Moore 2 votes. Hawthorn J Sicily 3 votes. Yeah, good luck getting the winner on stream. Essendon v Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs S Darcy 1 vote. Western Bulldogs A Norton 2 votes. Western Bulldogs M Bonton Pelly 3 votes. So Bont climbs up to 17. He had a really, really good back end of the 2025 season. If he actually played a full year, he would have been in contention for the whole thing, I would have thought. GWS v Sydney. I mean, technically he could still do it, Bont. Probably not, though. GWS J Stringer 1 vote. GWS L Whitfield 2 votes. GWS F Callahan 3 votes. Gold Coast v Brisbane. Now we need Anderson and Rao to poll here. Brisbane L Neil 1 vote. Gold Coast N Anderson 2 votes. Gold Coast M Rao 3 votes. So Rao moves to 18. Anderson on 22. He's 4th on the table. 1.3k watching. Hey Cardy, were you in the top 1,200? I don't know who that guy is, to be completely honest with you. Next game, we have Fremantle take on West Coast. I think a West Coast player polls here. West Coast, L Baker 1 vote. Fremantle, A Brayshaw 2 votes. Fremantle, H Young 3 votes. And yes, it does say Butters Essendon. Should say Port, but that's okay. That'll update. That's okay. North Melbourne v Geelong. That's where it gets interesting. Baz had 40 touches. Jezza kicked 11 goals. What do the viewers think? Geelong, M Holmes 1 vote. Geelong, B Smith 2 votes. Geelong, J Cameron 3 votes. So Smith now moves on to 3. Looks like there is a trade. Butters is an Essendon player. Adelaide v Port Adelaide. Adelaide, J Dawson 1 vote. He keeps getting the 1 votes. 1 vote. He needs to get a bit more here. Adelaide, Thilthorpe 2 votes. Adelaide, J Soligo 3 votes. Richmond v Collingwood. Collingwood, T Mitchell 1 vote. Collingwood, J Dacos 2 votes. Collingwood, N Dacos 3 votes. So Nick Dacos and Bailey Smith both tie in first spot. I think Dacos had like 42 and 3, 43 and 3. You can't dispute it, and you cannot dispute 3 vote performance there, which means it all comes down to the final 4 rounds. And if Anderson and Dawson's got the extra game in hand, if he can start jumping as well, that would be interesting. But this game, you can't forget this game. This game was game of the year. Fucking calling it already. St Kilda v Melbourne. Melbourne J Viney 1 vote. St Kilda J Sinclair 2 votes. And St Kilda N Wanganeen Millera with the 3 votes. So, it should say round 21, but that's okay. We're at the conclusion of round 20. And from this point onwards, I'm making it... I'm impacting where I put the games. So the games that mean more, I leave them a bit later for a bit more suspense. The games that aren't important, I start early. I'm just going to quickly put something up on my Instagram story. Just say that there's like 4 more rounds to go in the Cardy medal. We got 1,500, which is a viewer record, by the way. Most disappointing. If you want to just send me it, Skipper, and I'll just show you on the screen before we do that, because I don't want to just waste too much time. So let's just put an Instagram story. What's up, everyone? We are live doing the Cardy medal. 4 rounds to go. We've got 1,500 in the live chat, and there is currently a 2-way tie between Dacos and Smith. It is a close race. It is down to probably 4 to 5 plays. You don't want to miss it. Jump on the stream right now. Final 4 votes. Final 4 games. All right. Skipper is going to read out the top 3 most disappointing teams. We don't have anything like visuals for this, but we're going to read it out because people might want to know when I do the most disappointing games and clubs and all that every week, I should say. So we're going to put that on the live stream right now. But just give me a second. But yeah, this stream's definitely been a success. 4 rounds to go. Who do we just predict right now? Is Anderson making a big climb, or is it no chance? Is it a 3-way race? Is it a two-way race? Is it bedtime? It's 9:35, mate. Give me it'll end at probably 10. Just putting up my story to get a few more people in. That's all. It's all. And also we're going to read out the most disappointing club. Okay. So quickly before we do read out the final round, we are just going to go and read out, courtesy of Skipper FC. He went through all the counting. These are the 3 most disappointing teams of 2025, based on the number of times they have been selected as the most disappointing club. So Adelaide 0, Brisbane 2, Carlton 5, Collingwood 1, Essendon 2, Fremantle 2, Geelong 0, Gold Coast 2, GWS 3, Hawthorn 2, Melbourne 2, North 0, which is very surprising, Port 0, Richmond 0, Saints 1, Sydney 1, Bulldogs 1, and West Coast 0. And I think this is just based from expectation. So the most disappointing team of 2025 is Carlton. I think there's no surprise there in terms of overall with that hairline, mate. I'm not. If you think I'm balding, you've got problems as well. A lot of people have problems in this chat, but hopefully the winner doesn't have problems with. The chat don't have a problem with the winner. All right, 4 more rounds to go. I swear the round 20 in. All right, I'll show you guys who is currently leading after round 20 as well. I just don't trust Bitter. I swear he always screws it up. I'm kidding, Bitter, but this is round 20. And yes, Bitter, he's done it correctly. So these are the votes after round 20. Bailey Smith in the lead with 31. Nick Dacos in the equal lead with 31. Jordan Dawson, 26. Connor Rosie, 22. Noah Anderson, 22. Zach Butters, Zach Merritt, Nasiah Wangin Miller, Matt Rowell, and Andrew Brayshaw ran out the top 10 with 4 rounds to go in the illustrious inaugural Cardman 22 medal. All right, next up we have Western Bulldogs GWS. This one was a shit show. Let's get into it. Western Bulldogs, M. Bontempelli, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, T. English, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, A. Norton, 3 votes. Melbourne v West Coast. Melbourne, J. Viney, 1 vote. Melbourne, C. Salem, 2 votes. Melbourne, M. Gawn, 3 votes. Gawn moves up into 6th. Max Gawn has had a very underrated year in terms of the vote counters and all that. Sydney v Essendon. Sydney N. Blakey, 1 vote. Sydney E. Goulden, 2 votes. Sydney B. Grundy, 3 votes. St Kilda v North Melbourne. North Melbourne, C. McKercher, 1 vote. St Kilda, R. Marshall, 2 votes. St Kilda, N. Wanganeen Millera, 3 votes. So he's making a big push to maybe get into the top 5. No one spoil anything. There's no chance that's going to happen, with the next game being Fremantle and Carlton. Carlton, G. Hewitt, 1 vote. Carlton, P. Cripps, 2 votes. Freo, L. Jackson, 3 votes. So this is where it starts getting interesting. You need Anderson to poll here if you want any chance of any closeness for Anderson to make this a chance. I was about to say, how does Golden have 5? Yeah, he did, Lenny. He did. Gold Coast v Richmond. Gold Coast, J. Noble, 1 vote. Gold Coast, M. Rao, 2 votes. Gold Coast, N. Anderson, 3 votes. So Anderson gets up to 25. He's got a chance still with 4 games to go. Gold Coast have the extra game in hand. As Geelong play Port Adelaide here, can Smith get votes here? Is Smith going to get the 3? It all comes down to the last few games. Geelong v Port Adelaide. Geelong, G. Myers, 1 vote. Geelong, J. Cameron, 2 votes. Geelong, B. M. Holmes, 3 votes. I was waiting for it, but I don't think he played this game, didn't he? I actually don't think he ended up playing this game. If I'm not mistaken. It was like some sort of a fantasy. He didn't play. The suspense is there. Collingwood v Brisbane. This one, I don't know if Dacos polls here. He did play. He had 30. Oh, so he did play. I just thought he didn't play. There you go. Didn't get the votes. Collingwood v Brisbane. Brisbane, L. Neal, 1 vote. Brisbane, Hugh McCluggage, 2 votes. Brisbane, L. Morris, 3 votes. Adelaide v Hawthorn. Can Dawson make a climb? Adelaide, R. Thilthorpe, 1 vote. Adelaide, I. Rankin, 2 votes. Adelaide, J. Dawson, 3 votes. So round 22, and there is a big prize up for grabs. There's 3 rounds to go, and Dawson makes his moves up to 29. The chat's loving it. Dacos and Smith both on 31. Anderson still making a climb. Connor Rozee, the surprise package of the Cardy medal in the 22, and Max Gorm with 21. 3 rounds to go here. This is, make sure you haven't already. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes. We very rarely get 1,000 likes on stream, so that would be pretty cool. And yeah, it's good to see people. If you guys also want to, I'll chuck up any reposts. If you want to tag me on your story, I'll repost it on the Instagram story at the moment. But yeah, we'll probably get into round 22 now, but we definitely, maybe after round 22, we'll have a tiny couple of minute ad break just to hold the suspense. But let's see what happens at the end of round 22. Record viewers at the moment, by the way, as well. Richmond v St Kilda. St Kilda, C. Wilkie, 1 vote. St Kilda, J. Sinclair, 2 votes. St Kilda, N. Wanganeen Millera, 3 votes. What can Naz do here? He's climbing like the bloody... I don't know, like it's... the ladder of Christ, if that's a thing, which I know it isn't. Brisbane v Sydney, sorry. Brisbane, W. Ashcroft, 1 vote. Brisbane, J. Dunkley, 2 votes. Sydney, I. Heaney, 3 votes. Port Adelaide v Fremantle. Port Adelaide, A. Aaliyah, 1 vote. Fremantle, C. Sarong, 2 votes. Port Adelaide, Z. Butters, 3 votes. In a losing team, he moves to 5th. Any Port fans in the stream right now? This is crazy scenes. Next up, 1,000 likes. Thank you, chat. GWS v North Melbourne. North Melbourne, H. Sheezer, 1 vote. GWS, F. Callahan, 2 votes. GWS, T. Green, 3 votes. Did I say Zay? I can't remember if I did or not. Melbourne v Western Bulldogs. Melbourne, M. Gawn, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs, M. Bontempelli, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs, E. Richards, 3 votes. Carlton v Gold Coast. Gold Coast, J. Witts, 1 vote. Gold Coast, B. King, 2 votes. Gold Coast, M. Rao, 3 votes. So Anderson couldn't get the 3 there. He couldn't get a vote, but Rao does, and he's on 23. Richards on 8. Yeah, look, undeserving. Probably should be on more, but I don't make the rules. That's just the way it is at the moment. As we move on to Geelong v Essendon. This is where it gets interesting. Geelong v Essendon. Essendon. Said Merritt, 1 vote. Geelong. J. Cameron, 2 votes. Which probably didn't deserve it, but I don't make the votes. Geelong. B. Smith, 3 votes. Baz moves to route first, 34-31. We still have the Collingwood v Adelaide. I think, no, they play the week after. We still have a Collingwood game and Adelaide game to go. They both need 3 here to make things interesting. Next game, we have Hawthorn v Collingwood. But I think the Pies here got absolutely smashed. So, 1,000. I can't believe the viewers. It's crazy. But Hawthorn, Collingwood. Hawthorn, Jay Gunston, 1 vote. Hawthorn, L. Meek, 2 votes. Hawthorn, J. Newcomb, 3 votes. West Coast v Adelaide. Adelaide, R. Thilthorpe, 1 vote. Adelaide, I. Rankin, 2 votes. Adelaide, J. Dawson, 3 votes. So the count after round 22, we have Bailey Smith on 34. Jordan Dawson's moved to 2nd. He can still win this. Nick Dacos is on 31. Anderson, Rao and Butters in the top 6. It is going to come down to the wire here. It could even come down to the final round, and I hope it does for the sake of viewer engagement and entertainment. We're going to just repost everyone that's put me up on their story real quick. So if you've done that, thank you. I will do that at the moment. So thank you to everyone that's reposted and all that. Thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed, all of that stuff. We got a big finish coming up. If you haven't, follow me on Instagram, feel free to. I'll make a post. I need to figure out what the caption's going to be. But when the winner gets announced, I want everyone to like it on the Instagram, and I want to tag the winner. I want him to get I want to give the winner the medal. Whoever wins this thing. Let's get into round 23 now. We've got 2 rounds to go, and we currently have Bailey Smith in the lead. So we're starting with the irrelevant games. Essendon v St Kilda. St Kilda R. Marshall, 1 vote. Essendon A. McGrath, 2 votes. Essendon M. Redman, 3 votes. Fremantle v Brisbane. Brisbane D. Zorko, 1 vote. Brisbane Z. Bailey, 2 votes. Brisbane J. Fletcher, 3 votes. Carlton v Port Adelaide. Carlton P. Cripps, 1 vote. Carlton G. Hewitt, 2 votes. Carlton H. Mackay, 3 votes. He kicked 7. He was huge. Hawthorn v Melbourne. Hawthorn D. Moore, 1 vote. Melbourne M. Gawn, 2 votes. Hawthorn J. Gunston, 3 votes. Gawn has moved into the top 5 here. He is polling really well. He won't win it, but for all the Melbourne fans watching, he is polling very, very well. I'm going to just repost all of the other ones as well. Just why not? So just give me a second. Thank you for everyone who's watching. Jay Burnell. AFL God. Go time. All right. Thank you, chat. Next up, we have North Melbourne taking on Richmond. North Melbourne T. Cherry, 1 vote. North Melbourne L. Davis Uniac, 2 votes. And chat, come on, who gets the 3? Let me know. Who gets the 3 here? Oh, I'm just going to keep repost. Sorry, just tagging a little bit of time just so I can just get all these reposts. Sheasel gets... Davis Uniac's been terrible this year, but yes, H. Sheasel, 3 votes. Western Bulldogs v West Coast. Western Bulldogs T. English, 1 vote. Western Bulldogs B. Dale, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs M. Bonton Pelly, 3 votes. The Bont makes a huge, huge surge into the top 6. And I tell you what, if he was playing for another 5 weeks, he would be in contention to win the whole thing. He just started with a bit of an injury. Gold Coast v GWS. GWS H. Rooston, 1 vote. Gold Coast N. Anderson, 2 votes. GWS F. Callahan, 3 votes. Sydney v Geelong. Geelong B. Smith, 1 vote. He rarely polls 1 there. He only got the 1. Geelong T. Stewart, 2 votes. So I guess it's not much of an anticipation here. Geelong S. Manor, 3 votes. Adelaide Collingwood. This game is so big because you've got plays from both sides. Adelaide Collingwood. Collingwood D. Cameron, 1 vote. Adelaide J. Worrell, 2 votes. Collingwood N. Dacos, 3 votes. Conclusion of round 23. Dawson couldn't get votes there. Dacos gets the 3. And Bailey Smith is currently in the lead by the 1 vote. It's between Smith, Dacos, and Dawson ahead of the final round here of the Cardy medal. Who do we have winning it from here? To be honest with you, Yes, I do know who wins it from here, but it's been a fun stream, fun race, and we're getting down to the final vote in the next 30 seconds. All right. Next up. Actually, I just want to make sure I've got the graphic ready real quick. Actually, no, I'll do it later. Round 24. Essendon v Carlton. So there's an extra round here. Carlton, Pete Cripps, 1 vote. Carlton, F. Evans. Frankie Evans, that's his first votes in the Cardy medal. Get around the bloke. What an opportunity for next year. You know, finish the season off with a 2-voter. How good is this? Essendon and Redmond, 3 votes. Someone just asked how many rounds are left. Look at the goddamn graphic. It says round 24. West Coast, Sydney. Sydney, C. Mills, 1 vote. Sydney, T. Papley, 2 votes. Sydney, E. Goulden, 3 votes. GWS v St Kilda. GWS, L. Whitfield, 1 vote. GWS, Toby Green, 2 votes. St Kilda, D. Wilson, 3 votes off the back of a 5-goal win. And Devon with a... Oh, try and get the guy's name so I can read it because of the... Devon Phillipson. Thank you for the $30, mate. I appreciate the donation and all that. You know, it goes a long way. Put a lot of effort into this, so it's good that the support's coming back. Next up, Western Bulldogs v Fremantle. Fremantle C. Strong, 1 vote. Fremantle J. Tracy, 2 votes. Western Bulldogs M. Bontempelli, 3 votes. So the Bont moves to 5th. What a finish for Bontempelli. Having a great finish to the year. Baz, Dacos, Brisbane Hawthorn. Next up, Hawthorn, K. Amon, 1 vote. Brisbane, J. Dunkley, 2 votes. Brisbane, H. McCluggage, 3 votes. Port Adelaide v Gold Coast. It says Bontempelli because it won't be able to fit. They think it wouldn't be able to fit if I put the whole name there. Port Adelaide v Gold Coast. Port Adelaide, T. Boak, 1 vote. Port Adelaide, C. Rosie, 2 votes. Port Adelaide, Z. Butters, 3 votes. Wow. Butters moves to 26. What a wild, over-impressive, over-performance, I guess, from those two. Considering they both combined for 50 points. Did I say that? Wow, all right. Well, I can't say it again. Otherwise, I'm going to Adelaide. I can't say it anymore. I didn't even realise I said it. Next up, Gold Coast v Essendon. Gold Coast, B. King, 1 vote. Gold Coast, M. Rao, 2 votes. Gold Coast, N. Anderson, 3 votes. So, Noah Anderson moves to 30, but unfortunately, it's not going to do much for him. North Melbourne v Adelaide, we've got 3 more rounds to go. I didn't even say it. Then why are people saying I did say it? I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. 3 games to go, sorry. North Melbourne v Adelaide. Does Dawson somehow poll here? Is there a chance? North Melbourne v Adelaide. North Melbourne, H. Sheasel, 1 vote. North Melbourne. Adelaide, R. Thilthorpe, 2 votes. I got to check to see... Otherwise, it's... Need to make sure if it's a North or Adelaide player. Okay. North Melbourne. H. No, wait. Yeah, T. Sherry. Sorry, I completely messed that one up. I hope it didn't matter, though. So, unfortunately, Dawson's out the race there. Didn't poll in this game. We move to the Collingwood v Melbourne clash. And it's between Dacos and... Smith. It could be Dacos, it could be a draw. It could be a tie. All right, back to chat. Collingwood v Melbourne. Melbourne. C. Oliver, 1 vote. Collingwood. Dacos, 2 votes, sorry. So Dacos moves first over Bailey Smith with the 2. So he's on 36. Smith is on 35. And 3 votes goes to Max Gorn, and he climbs to 27. So Bailey Smith just needs the 2 to win outright. He just needs the 1 to win overall. We're down to the final game here. It's between Nick Dacos and Bailey Smith. Richmond v Geelong. Let's get into it. Will this be match fixing? Richmond v Geelong. Geelong. Jake Cameron, 1 vote. Richmond. S. Banks, 2 votes. What is S. Banks doing here? What the fuck is S. Banks doing here? Geelong. B. Smith, 3 votes. Bailey Smith takes home the inaugural Cardy medal, scoring 38. Congratulations to Bailey Smith. What an achievement. What a year he's had under the Cats. And very deserving winner, I'd have to say. Crazy stuff from Bailey Smith. And it was a great race. It was such a close race. But yes, Bailey Smith gets the win. So I'll bring up the winners graphic now. I almost leaked it. We'll also, in the next few minutes, also go through the leading vote getters for every team and also the most polls top 10. You guys, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. We haven't finished fully. We haven't fully wrapped up. You change the votes. Mate, you really think I'm going to change the votes just to please 1 or 2 people in the chat? That isn't the case at all. Let's get the graphic up though. Let's get the graphic up. I'm about to do a post on Instagram as well. What's a song I should do? Does anyone have any song suggestions for like a... Oh, fuck. Chat, give me something I could do. At least it wasn't Nick. Yeah, well, hopefully we can get in contact with Bailey Smith at some stage. Bailey Smith, have we got you on the line? Reckon Scoops will call match fixing. I couldn't care. Maybe. Congratulations to Bailey Smith on taking home the inaugural Cardy medal. I am going to post it on Instagram now. So I want to get all of you guys to just tag Baslenka, do whatever you want, get him to know that he's just won the first Cardy medal. I'm going to chuck a post up right now. How did Holdo not win? Mate Colliner robbed. I mean, he got 38 votes, a lot, but I think it's quite fitting. What's a song we could do? Let's you know what? Let's replay the winner sound. We Are the Champions. Or yeah, we could do that. Any other ones? Holy Grail. Scoring 30. Let's see if I can tag him. What song? What song? Oh, I want a good one. Celebration. Let's see. Many Men. Queen. Yeah, I'll just do the Queen one, I reckon. Cocaine Nose. There we go. All right, everyone leave it a like on the Instagram. Suck on that one. We'll do a full post in a few minutes. We'll go through every player. We'll go through, well, maybe not every player, but we'll go through all of the leading vote getters for every team. Because remember, we had a few people. But yeah, I'd love it if you guys could like it, like the post, share it, we'll do whatever. Try and get Baz Lenker to comment. Aren't you forgetting about the Wednesday game? We already did the Wednesday game. We started that one a bit early. Luke Pearsley robbed. Who won the voucher? We need to figure that one out as well. I mean, we can go through... has Bitter got the last remaining graphics? We'll show that on the screen as well. But yes, I am really glad of how this stream has turned out. We had so many people tune in, interact in the chat. We obviously getting to a close now, but I am still going to go through every team's leading vote getter, because remember, there is still a little bit of stake in that for some of the people that were in that. So where is that? Where did I... we'll go through the top 10 though. So these are the top 10 votes after the end of the 24 rounds. And it was Bailey Smith with the 38 votes. Nick Dacos came second there with 36. Jordan Dawson, Noah Anderson, Max Gorn boosted up the rankings and got the to, I think, 5th place there. Did pretty well. Zach Butters, Marcus Bontempelli, Matt Rao, Connor Rosie, and Nasai Wangden Miller rounding out the top 10. Wait, he should be on 23. I'm just going to ask if he can like change that real quick, so I can post it in like 10 or 15 minutes. Where is he? I'm just going to read a bit of chat. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, G-Train. I appreciate the members. I appreciate all of that. We got like, yeah, good dono amount as well. Like, you know, all of it was really good. Record viewers. I don't know how many playbacks this ended up getting, but hopefully you guys can watch the stream back when you can. But I'm just going to try and bring up now the leading vote getters for every team. Sarah, thank you. Give me the voucher. Well, let's have a look at what some of the predictions were actually. So let's link this to Sheets and we can take a look right now if you want. We are the champions, my friend. Baz Lenker, I actually hope he responds. I want to give him the medal. I'd love to give him the medal. This stream has been really good. Yeah, thank you. But let's go through some of the submissions. So I might not actually find the winner on the stream. I'm probably going to do it post-stream, but let's just see who actually... So I'm going to go through all the names that went Bailey Smith, but let's actually bring it up so you guys can see real quick what it did look like for the most votes for each player. I think I had that sent to me. I'm just trying to actually find it because I had it sent through during the... Have I actually received it yet? Oh, I have. All right. I've got it. So this is the overall. So if you Want to know what the overall... Bring the medal Friday night. Well, I need to actually get a medal. I haven't got a medal yet, but I probably could do that, definitely. I could definitely do that. Baz commented. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he fucking didn't. He might, though. But he hasn't yet. So, anyways, this is what we have. He definitely might. This is what we have after the end of the Cardy medal. Most votes per player. So, Jordan Dawson ended up with the most for the Crows on 32. Hugh McCluggage with 16. Georgie Hewitt ended up with 16 for the Blues. Nick Dacos leading the vote gatherers with the Pies with 36. Zach Merritt with 21. Caleb Sarong for 21. Bailey Smith with 38. Noah Anderson, 30 for the Suns. Finn Callahan, 20 for the Giants. John Newcomb, 11 for Hawthorn. Pretty low for John Newcomb. Max Gorn, 26. Sheasel, 18. Butters, 26. Tim Taranto, good spelling there, Bitter, back in the studio with the 14. Nasai Wayne Miller with 23. Isaac Heaney with 16. Liam Baker with 2. That's so depressing. Marcus Pontebelli with 26. So that is the leading vote gatherers for every player. Let me know how you went in terms of if you did attempt to try and get them all. We'll go through them. If anyone got all 18, I will send you an email. And if you got the best for the like closest to the medal as well, let me know. Yeah, that's me done. I probably will have to have a bit of I'm so glad this has been a success because I've had this idea for a while. I wanted to execute it. I reckon I've executed it decently. Hopefully, let me know. I mean, I will definitely do another one next year, but yeah, I think it's done well, and yeah, no, I'm glad it's over and done with because I put so much time and stuff into the graphics and everything. So yeah, I can probably have a bit of a relaxation, maybe grab something to eat or whatever. Can you show us how you do the leaderboard after every single vote? Yeah, well, I mean, I want to wrap it up soon because we're kind of just yapping, but on the PowerPoint, so I'm going to actually, you know what, I can screen share this. I'll show you how I do that. For anyone else that wants to try to do something similar. It just takes a lot of time. Look at this. So on PowerPoint, after every single... Look at all the slides. I'll zoom it in here. We've got like 850. I manually did every single graphic for every... Because I wanted to look really good. Yeah, I made a couple of mistakes here and there, but that's just the way life is. You make mistakes. But, yeah, like all of that I did over like a few days. It probably took me 10, definitely 10 plus hours. But it works because, like, as you can see, like, you don't want to have the 3 votes revealed straight away. You want to like have them covered, and then after every vote, and then I also want to do a leaderboard as well because no one's really done that in this sort of field before. I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here though. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the support, the likes, the subs, the donos, all of that. Yeah, I'll probably head off, but I'll do a post in like 10-15 minutes. I might like just some silly shit like this, like of a successful stream, probably the most successful stream I've done. We'll see how we'll see how it ends up doing. You fixed the vote getters. Okay, cool. I'll put a post about that when I get the chance to. But yeah, thank you for watching the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll just quickly before we wrap it up, do you guys still want to see my finals predictions tomorrow for week 1? I'll put them out. I couldn't do it this week because I was just putting a lot of time into this. I'm trying to get a creative finals prediction video out as well. I need another 30 creators. So just if you are of note, maybe let me know. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And we'll see you soon in the next one.